Hey, everybody. Happy Friday.
Yes, we made it
Happy
through another
Friday,
week.
We
everyone.
made it. We made it. Hold on. Let me see if it's working. I still don't see it.
You
See if you
still
got to
don't
do
see
something. No, ma'am.
it?
Hey,
Oh,
Unbiased. Hey, Cece. Hey, Mike. Happy Friday. Hey, Sam.
hi everybody. I can't see the chat. I'm on my cell phone today.
Yes. Hey, Rana Khan. I see Sam saying hello. Hey, Siege. Happy Friday. Y'all, all of a sudden I'm hot. It's warm today in my and
Right,
my husband hadn't turned the heat off. It wasn't blowing, but he
right.
hadn't turned it off. I was like, no, I need the air on.
I can
Sure.
imagine it being May and having the heat on still. That don't even sound right. Having the
Just
heat on in May doesn't even sound.
just yesterday. Look, unbiased is crazy. Uh-oh, shoot.
Hey, I'm biased. I'm biased. Be trying to act like she ain't innocent. She be trying to
I
act
know
like
that's
she innocent.
good. Got my older sis interested in awesome. That's awesome, son.
Nice.
So I'm bagging the seats. I know that's right. Throw them at her. Throw them at her. Throw them at her. You want to talk about heat? Child, no, I don't want to talk about that Texas heat. Listen, they was talking about it, I think, on African Dreaming today. And I was like, I don't want to talk about heat in Texas because I'll be there in the butt crack of heat in July.
Oh yeah, because you got to fly there for work.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Try it again, Erica, because I'm not seeing it on
Let me see.
your thing, streaming on yours. Yeah, y'all know Erica here with me today because she is the prep budget queen. She can get what we need on the low low.
I be trying. I be trying.
Mike, I'm where you're at. You know, it be cold for quite a while where you're at too. It's we at 75, I think today. Hey, unicorn lady. Yes. And if y'all don't mind sharing it out, because y'all know I missed last Friday, so I think people were kind of confused to if I was going live or not today, even though I posted it the thumbnail I think a couple days ago, maybe. I don't remember.
I tried it again, So I don't know.
Okay. We're gonna see if it's showing up. We'll probably know because some of the people from your side. Well, you should be able to. No, you won't be able to see it because you're on the phone. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Mm-hmm. I was
I'm
gonna say you should
sorry.
see them. Oh, yep. There you go. There you go. I don't know why it does it. She'll be right back. We trying to stream from both. It's working. It's
I'm
working.
okay.
Yeah, that's probably why it pops you out. So I don't know if you guys. Hey, not quite homesteading. How you doing, sis? Hey, my Renaissance grandma. Happy Friday. Hey, Monique King. How y'all doing? Happy Friday. I'm trying to make sure it connects to stream from Erica's channel as well. Hey, Joshua Gabriel. Because that is a feature now on StreamYard. But you do have to have the paid membership to be able to do it. But yes, I've been waiting for them to perfect that because I'm like, that should be a thing.
Right.
That should
I
be a
agree.
thing. Hey Tien, happy Friday.
Hey, Tim.
So for y'all who came in a little later, um, yep, it just popped up. See, said yours just popped up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I
C.
saw it. I looked at it on my phone. I saw it pop up. Mhm. Um, what up, David? Happy Friday. I know you listening while working. He said, Viva. Easy. But if for those who came in a little later before after I said it, if you don't mind sharing out the live, just so people know that I'm live, and let me share out my own live. How about that? Because I think people were confused as to if I was going to go live today or not. Because I wasn't feeling well last week. Hey, Martika, happy Friday. I had a sinus little thing going on, y'all.
Yeah, the pollen is bad down here. It's like as soon as you wash the car, it's still green.
It's been so long since I've gotten sick like that from the change, and it's usually because of the changeover. Excuse me, and weather. Um, it was before COVID, so this was my first one that knocked me on my butt since then.
I get
I
it.
was like, I'm like that. I knew it was the mask that was helping during COVID because I was like, I get sick every year, twice a year, from winter to spring, and then again from summer to fall. And even my mother-in-law noticed I hadn't gotten sick. She was like, I ain't heard you say you've been, sick, da da da. I said, I don't know what it is. It must be these masks because I hadn't gotten anything. It hadn't got the sinus stuff going on. And then this year it hit me. And when I say it knocked me down, I couldn't even push through. It was like, girl, if you don't sit down somewhere and shut up.
Mhm.
Yeah. I was like, nope, my bad. Chat, I'm working. Yeah. That's what I don't know if y'all heard me say that when he came in. I knew he was working. So he listening while working, y'all. He ain't ignoring everyone in the thank you, not quite home steady.
He's
Yeah.
sitting in the barber chair just spinning. That's what David's doing. Just sitting in the barber chair, just spinning it around.
Girl. But yes. But we're gonna talk about these, talk about some prepping and an inexpensive way. Because I've seen Erica put some preps, even from the Dollar Tree. So it'd be like no excuse. It's
None.
so there's a will, there's a way.
Right.
And I'm like things that I didn't even think of. I'm like, that's actually very
Mm-hmm.
smart. And y'all, I actually my first prep, I won my first set of prep items, I guess you could say. I
Okay.
won on my Fly Family's channel, on their main channel. My
For
first
the 12 days of Christmas.
no.
Oh, that's when we just,
Remember, I was live and y'all was like the first person who come up with a safety pin.
yes.
Yeah. Y'all, I ran to my bathroom so quick. I knew where the safety pins were. I had this old bag that I keep them in my linen closet. And I ran back to the computer. I think y'all might have been the first time I popped up on somebody's live.
Right.
I don't think I had popped up on a live before then. I was not comfortable yet with lives. And I was like, I'm here. This is what I won. And this small but mighty bag has a lot of stuff in it.
Yep.
A lot. It is packed with stuff. Y'all see all that? It is packed with stuff. So that's where my first um kind of prep items came from. Like I didn't even know that they had sleeping bags that were like, this is a sleeping bag.
Yep.
It fits two people. This.
But if you was to open it, you would not get it back in there. Because
I
girl,
know
I
that's why it ain't open. It's an emergency sleeping bag, y'all. Listen, I have all kinds of. Remember, I was like, with the last bunker situation, I was like, oh, I got a
Mhm.
whistle if y'all want me to
Right.
get it. So I have a whistle in here. That's not it. Where's the whistle? It's in here.
You
And
should
then I
have one
put
on the bracelet also. You got the
I,
bracelet.
I I think the compass is on the bracelet.
It should be a whistle and flint on it also. So you see that little piece that's out by the
Right here.
compass? No, the compass area.
Oh yeah.
So on this side, it should be a whistle, maybe like by the latch. Can you bring it closer to your screen? Let me see it. Yeah, see that piece that's sticking up?
This right here.
Yep, that's a whistle.
Shut up. I didn't know.
Yay! And in the middle, that's how you make fire.
This here.
So nope, it or the buckle.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
this.
that. Yep, you take
Oh,
the two sides and they make fire. Yep. So you got a four. You got the compass, the whistle, the fire, and the actual bracelet.
and this is a bracelet. Y'all see that?
Hmm.
So y'all see the compass, and that's for the fire, and then there's
Mhm.
a whistle.
Yep.
I
And the
didn't even
power cord, and you could take the power cord off of it if you need to use it.
see. And then I have this whistle,
Yep.
and then I have some earplugs because y'all know your girl be trying to go to the range now. So I got a couple of those. And then I got a glow stick.
Mhm.
I got, what is this?
Those are the tools, like
Yep,
different tools.
yep, yep. It's heavy too, y'all. And I got some bandage.
Mhm.
At least I know how to use this. And a bandana. Oh, y'all thought I was done, didn't y'all? Y'all told y'all this little bag was full of stuff and some wet wipes.
Mhm.
It got all kind of little pockets and spaces. This thing was packed, and I won this. And this was my first thing. And then I've won other stuff since then. On my Renaissance Grandma, I won rope, gloves, some other type prepping stuff. I can't remember what all is in there. I've bought some things since then. I have other sleeping bags. I did the ones that you posted from the Amazon deals. I got the last two they had. At least that's what they said, and I fell for it. So I got the last two. And so I got those. I think I even have a couple Mylar sleeping bags that I made
Mhm.
on. All kinds of stuff. So it's like all kinds of things that you can prep. Hey, Chicago Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Nikki. The everyday life of an OCD is chick. I always have to say the whole name just in case people are like, who is Nikki? That's
Right.
Nikki. Did I miss anybody else coming in? But yes, y'all. So this was the first prep items that I actually had. I was not I wasn't prepping in that way.
Mhm.
I do a lot of food prep. I do meal prep, but I wasn't prepping like, you know,
If
items
there
that
was
you
a
might need in case
disaster.
of emergency. So
Yeah.
now I have a few preps. I have like I have the water tablets. I have that help purify your water.
Do you
Um
have the life straw yet? You have a life straw?
life straw. I do. I have a life straw. I'm trying to think of what all I do have. I don't know. I do have a life straw and I have the tablets. As we go, I know I'll think of stuff. But
What?
I know what I don't have. And I know this because I saw this on your channel one time you were showing when you had the Ziploc bag with the prep in it, and I think it
Mhm.
was the fire starting prep, and you had like matches, you had the little fire log and different stuff like that. Yes, yes,
Yeah. So I
yes.
actually got the container. The container is supposed to be waterproof, and I did get it from the dollar store.
Okay.
Interlocks, and then I bought the pack of matches also from the dollar store.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I'm gonna take everything out.
Hey, Miss Girl. Hey, official Jamia.
The bellow, I got it from Amazon, but it was only,
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 75 cents, and it pulls
Okay.
all the way. Like it's, you know, I'm trying to see where my camera
Yeah.
is, but
Yes.
it comes all
Yes.
the way in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then again, I put one of my other flints in here,
Okay.
and then I fit. These are wicks, so I can break the strings to a certain length and still use it. So
Mm-hmm.
once it catches fire, it's gonna burn. And then I had to get these. These are fire starters. Again,
Yeah.
I got these from Dollar Tree.
Yes.
You just cut off a piece and put it on top of your dry wood, and then you can put it back into your thing. So I felt like just it fits in the box, so I might as well just buy it. It fit perfectly,
Mm-hmm.
and I can chip away at it when I need it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why I decided to go with that. So,
Mm-hmm.
but this is my whole all that I took out of here, out of this thing. And more of that except for the bellow and the flint thing. So this
Mm-hmm.
flint thing was like $4 on Amazon. But
Okay.
sometimes I do get it cheaper. Sometimes I get it for $1 or $2. And then,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, it's like the original price is like $2. But if I get a coupon code, it drops it down to like $1.75 or whatever. I
Awesome.
I I do bug out bags on a budget. Like I'm not one of those impulse buyers. Like I'm gonna buy because I have 5 kids,
Mm-hmm.
and then my kids have kids. So I'm buying
Mm-hmm.
family, my people, Alex, me, Billy, the rest of my kids, and my grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
And then Billy's brother, who lives at 3 hours away, was like, "Well, I don't prep." Oh, okay. So, but if things happen, oh, I'm coming to your house. Oh, so I need to prep your bag. That's what you're saying? Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
what it
do
sounds like.
that.
Steve Carr Jones and the Virginia Bushcrafter is in the house. He said he always has a bellow. Mhm. He
Yeah.
always carries one, and I believe that. Do y'all, if y'all know that y'all could drop frugal in the chat, and it will drop your channels so that everyone could come find you and check out your content. The Virginia Bushcrafter,
I'm
his channel name tells you exactly what he does, so go check it
right.
out. Who else did I see? Cruising is fun anytime. Happy Friday. Hey, wait a minute. David said, no, you just looking at the baby. Al is the baby. He's
No, I got five
you
kids.
just see Al, and I think is he still in the car? Being
Mm-hmm.
quiet. Hey, you just see the baby. Hey, OG $2.
Yeah, dude, we got 5 kids and 3 grandchildren. And I'm the smartest
Mhm.
out of all of them.
Hey,
Everybody
Yaya.
else is young.
Yes.
I even did it for I told you. Remember we were sitting there and Carmen was like, "You putting seeds in your bug out bag?" Yes, yes, Carmen. Look, I bought a different color, not the same color, so I can
Mhm.
color code it, and I put my
Mhm.
seeds in here.
And honestly, guys, I don't know if that's where the seeds came from, but you could get the seeds at the Dollar Tree.
Right, and that's where they came from.
Yeah.
Two for $1.
Yes. So
Yep.
you can beat that. Wait a minute. I see somebody speaking to Zach. Is Zach in here? Yes. What's up, Zach? I'm like, which Zach are they speaking to? Is this Zach Papa Goods or is it the what's his
Oh,
name? Unique Prepper.
uh, yeah, you prepper.
Yes. Look, Zach, repping, repping. Virginia Bush Prepper said $1.75 is a good bargain for
Yeah,
the yes. And I need to put a kit together for that because I that was the one I saw. When I saw that, I was like, I would have never thought to go to the Dollar Tree to get
hmm
things for your preps. And there's a lot of things that you can get at the Dollar Tree for preps.
right,
Even before they started selling stuff that's now more than $1.25.
right.
There's so much in that $1.25 range that you can get for your preps.
hmm
And that's why I asked Erica to come on tonight with me because I was like, girl, you got to share some frugal preps with the peeps. Because y'all go to a lot of channels that and maybe you don't follow any prepping channels, but I know there's some people in here who do.
Right,
Um excuse me. And most of the prep stuff is very expensive prep items, like your solar
yeah,
panels and your generators and there's you don't have to jump right into the fire of those big things to
right.
start prepping. You can do a medical prep where you just get you bandages and band-aids and
That's
learn how
what.
to do a tourniquet and things like that.
So the same bag, I bought the same because I love these bags because you can fit a
Mhm.
lot into these little bags. This is I turned it into
Mhm.
a medical bag. I went to Dollar
Mhm.
Tree and I bought gauzes, tape, scissors, all of that medical stuff, all types of medication, the cold and hot pads. I think I spent on my medical bag, I think I spent a good $30.
Mhm.
$30. Just because I mean I was going crazy. There was things in there that I didn't even know the Dollar Tree sold, and I was just throwing it in. And I still have room. I got my thermometer in here. I got my turning kits in here. I I got so I stuff so, and I still got room to fit more.
Yep.
I do still got room to fit more. Now you
Yep.
can buy the bags. So they sell the bags. They call them starter bags on Amazon. I put them on there. I do put them on my community page. They go when I put them on there. They go between $20 and $30. You can
Mm.
take this out of the bag and just make it like I do. Because some of them comes with shovels. Some of it comes with like all the stuff that Gina has. They do come
Mhm.
with pre-filled, and I just
Mhm.
take them out and I make it a personal bag. Like I made this one a first aid. I have another one where this one has just like multi tools. Like it has a hammer, it has a shovel, it has a lot of stuff in it also. But I may buy one of those bags and still break it
Mhm.
to something else.
Yep.
This one got the shovel in it. The shovel won't come out though. But it
Yes.
has the shovel, it has a compass on it. Um it just like different things. Different things. But I enjoy doing it. I enjoy the prepping part of it. I enjoy looking for the deals. This also came in it.
Mhm.
Like a can opener. I believe this one has a spoon in it, tweezers, nail file. It has a little hand saw. It has it all.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I don't want to be one of those that my bag is 50 pounds. I'm not going to carry 50 pounds. So I
Mhm.
find multi-use things like your
Mhm.
bracelet. I use. You can do the fire. You have the whistle. If it could do
Mhm.
more than one thing, I'm buying it.
Mhm. That makes sense. That makes sense. And you know what, the Virginia Bushcrafter, I think that The reason you're seeing more ladies starting to get into prepping is because we're out here learning. We're out here seeing it being talked about, and we're
Mhm.
learning. And I think women are natural preppers. We just don't always know all the ways that you can prep. And
Right,
that's what it was for me. Like this was never on my radar as a way to prep. And then when it got on my radar, I was like, oh, I need to step my game up because I don't have these type of things prepped.
right.
So yeah.
Hmm.
And I saw you come in, Ray Official. How you doing? Happy Friday. And Jova. And
Guys,
is it Rodriguez Perry? How you doing? Happy Friday. Yes. And Nola Gun Guy, what's up? Happy Friday. Yes. So I think that it's becoming a thing more so with a lot of people just because we're starting to hear it talked about more. And
hmm,
that's like I said, that's why like I see a lot of people talk about big prep items like just
like
very
the
expensive things.
generators,
Those are
solar
important
panels.
too. Not to say that they're not important, but everybody's budget is not right there yet. And they feel like they can't prep, but you can. There's still other things that you can prep that you may
Right,
not think of, like to
right.
have a medical kit or to have a kit in case of needing to start a fire. Having those things on hand and
Yep.
see how compact that was. She had in just a small container that she got at the Dollar Tree. You could put it in a Ziploc bag. You could put it in whatever.
Right. I even with this little canvas bag, you can get it from Michaels or whatever, or even get a makeup bag. They have makeup bags for a dollar
Hmm.
25. Pick regular band-aids with safety pins. Stock it up with little things, and you can still keep this in your car. You
Yep.
can personalize it, add stickers, put your kids' names on it so you know whose is whose. Like, have fun with it. Honestly, have fun with
Yep.
it, and it doesn't seem overwhelming.
Nope.
And do
That's right.
one section at a
CC.
time.
She
If
said
you're
you
gonna
can't put
say this,
the generator on foot.
right, if you want to just do first aid this month, just focus on first aid.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go all over the place, and then you're gonna feel like you're not getting anything done. Especially if you have three or more people in your household. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody has a book bag. I always tell people you don't have to get a bug out bag. You can use a regular book bag. Use your kid's old book bag and then just fill it up and just keep filling it up.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I definitely agree. And just do it one thing by one. Don't try to do it all at once.
Right.
Start, like she said, start on medical. Fill up all the things that you need. You need to consider that. Like when you're doing preps, are you considering the fact that you're not the only person in your house?
Right.
You know, it's not just you. So you need to, if you get a life straw, you need a life straw for 3 or 4 people. If you have 3 or 4 people in your house and
Mm-hmm.
not just for you. Hey, Lashes, I saw you come in way earlier too and didn't say anything. Hey, Philly Slow.
Hey,
Yeah.
Billy and Lassie. Also, what I know with my Walmart, at the end of every other month, at the end of every other month, they clearance out their survival section or their camping section. That's what they call it.
I've been seeing that when I go in. Mm-hmm.
So if you can get, the last time I took the rest of the life straws, they were $7. Oh, I'm gonna take a $7 life straw over $20
Mm-hmm.
anytime, and I'm gonna buy all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my water bladder, I believe I bought that one. I have it on my community page also. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't take it with me, but my water bladder, I bought those for $5. They usually $10, $15. Oh, it's
Mm-hmm.
only $5. Oh, everybody's gonna get a water bladder for, and that one. I mean, I think everybody should have it, just because you could walk around with it in the heat, fill it up.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to barbecues and everything else, use it. See how it works.
Yep.
It keep it keeps my bag cool. I fill it
Yep.
up, I put it in the freezer, and I have all day to drink all that water, and it's gonna keep me cool because it's on my bag.
Yep. Yep. And if y'all not following Erica, though, she posts on her channel, not the family channel. Their family channel is My Fly Family. Her channel is Erica, My Fly Family. And she posts on her community page Amazon deals.
Right.
That where you could get a lot of the stuff. And sometimes it's not all prep stuff. She listens to what we're talking about in our lives. So maybe like I'm looking for a canner or anything. If she sees it, she's going to post it. And she's probably going to tag you in it if she remembers that you're the person who asked for it.
Right.
'Cause I
I've
saw
been tagging the
something
wrong
today.
people sometimes. I'm gonna be
Uh-huh.
honest.
I saw something either today or yesterday you posted and you tagged my Renaissance grandma in it. I can't remember what it was.
It was a 10. It was a 20
Yes,
person
it was
10.
it. Yes.
And that was from off of Amazon, and it was $100 off. It came out to like I think it was like $250. But for 20 people, listen here. Listen here. Two-person tents be $100 at this point right now. If I can get a tent for 20 people, if Billy allows me to buy another tent, I was gonna buy the damn tent.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Why you need all these rooms?" I don't know. I could do
Yep.
something.
Yep. Hey Tia. CC. CC says she needs a dehydrator. She has posted several of those in the past.
Yes, yes, I have. Yes, I
Several,
have.
not just one. Several. So you could go through there and look for those.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't see anything still on the deal, just shoot her a message. She'll find it.
Cece, I'll look tonight when I get home.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
Hey Joe. Happy Friday. So you mean to tell me I'm late again? Late for what? What you talk about, David? I didn't know about no Erica. My what?
David, you be in my chat on my channel. What do you David, you be over on my channel. I
You
don't
think
think
that was the family channel? I'm confused. Yes, there's two channels. Now you will see the family on both of them, but not really. Most times it's just Erica and
right.
on hers, and then Billy come in like maybe when he come in from work or something. But when they go on their family channel, they're all set up to be right there when it starts.
Right. Right.
Hey Rodney, how you doing? Happy Friday. What up, Jay? Happy
Hey
Friday.
everybody. But I
Yeah.
also have my repair kit. So if my tank gets like if I need extra supplies for my tent, I also went to the Dollar Tree and I got stuff. I got my bungee cord. The bungee
Mm-hmm.
cord is a 5 piece.
That's for the Dollar
Uh,
Tree.
yep. I
Okay.
got clothespins for
Mm-hmm.
if my clothes get wet or whatever. This
Mm-hmm.
is all from Dollar Tree. This is the string,
Mm-hmm.
and I got two things of power. The power cord, the rope.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, like I said, it's very condensed, small. It fits into a bag, and I got duct tape.
Mm-hmm. That's important.
Right. And I just
That's,
put it, and I have one of my dry bags, and it's all in this one dry bag.
mm-hmm. And duct tape is can be used for multiple things.
Right.
Not just
And
tape it to something.
they got different colors. So if you want to keep it in different sections and you want to color cord it, you got many kids and your kids, you don't want your kids to fight over it. Listen, color cord it. Just
Mm-hmm.
I have fun with it.
Y'all
Me,
hear that?
Billy,
All from the Dollar Tree. Yes,
right,
bungee cord. I ain't climbing no mountains, scared of heights. Bungee cords ain't just for climbing.
right. You can use it for, like I said, if your tent keeps flying up or your string unravels, whatever it is, you have extra string, have extra whatever. This is my tent repair kit.
Mm-hmm.
If I get a hole in my tent and it's raining, I'm gonna use duct tape.
Yep. And if y'all don't know, Erica invites her family to practice their prep annually. So they camp out in their big tent outdoors
Mm-hmm.
at least once a year. Billy loves it. He can't wait every year. It's so crazy.
You don't even understand. So my, I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna do the tent this weekend. He's like, we got too much going on. I was like, oh, so you want me to put the tent up so we don't have to go inside the house? We could just stay outside. Then he's upset because we was about to hook it up, and then like I told, if anybody knows, our neighbors cut down the trees so they can see everything now. I was so ready to take my outdoor shower, and here go the guy inside the garage. I was like, oh God. I was like, y'all gonna put up a fence or not? I need to know what's going on. Tech money, how are you?
Yeah, y'all will be just now. The people who are part of the Bachfly family crew already know this ain't true, but the people who aren't, let me lie to you about how much Billy likes to do this camp.
He hates it, guys. He hates it.
He
I
be
got
doing
it
the rain dance and not the one that wants rain to go away. He be doing the dance to bring the rain.
right because the last 2 weekends I was like, Gina, I'm gonna camp outside. I'm gonna go live, and then I'd be calling. I'd be like, Gina, why is it raining? Why is it pouring down raining?
CC, you need to go find my Fly Family channel. Absolutely. We
Y-
do bunker
We
scenarios
do,
once a
yeah.
I just say we. They do. I just happen to be there pretty much every month.
Wow, Gina is in it. Gina's in
So
it to win.
usually something bad is happening to me. So I don't know why I keep showing up.
You and Zach. If you and Zach is not invited, I feel like we will get cursed out.
But see, Zach he be straight. He ain't he I promise I've showed up that everybody didn't want to kill me.
You're right.
I haven't
I
had that
think
week yet.
I think the last one we did, when we did the all women one, I kind of felt like Zach wasn't in the chat because he wasn't invited. I felt a little type of way. I love Zach,
Zach,
but I think he was on strike. Like, oh, she want to do an all women's thing. Oh, okay.
Zach, were you feeling some kind of way? Now
I
I
think he
know
was
Ray
protesting.
he was lighting me up in the chat. I was like, Ray always coming for me.
I forgot who your baby daddy was. Oh,
Uh,
Crazy Mechanic. Crazy Mechanic was it.
yes, yes. And he at McDonald's, probably taking his other girlfriend to McDonald's because left me at the apartment drowning. But yes, on My Fly Family's channel, they go live every Monday at 8. Yes,
Yep.
8 o'clock. And then once I think typically it's the second
It's
Monday.
supposed to be the second Monday if
Second
Gina's
Monday.
available. If Gina ain't
Okay.
available, we ain't doing it. We'll wait the following week.
Well,
Yeah.
this I think last month it wasn't because I wasn't available. I think something just came up that was a better topic of
I think
conversation.
so. Yeah.
And so it was a different conversation that particular Tuesday. I mean that
Mm.
particular Monday. But it's usually the second Monday of the month. And there's a bunker situation. And there's been situations from just being out in wandering and pretty much looking for somewhere to set up to a natural disaster. So a weather situation that forces you out of your home. Um,
And
just
if you ever want to be on it, just shoot us an email. We always looking for different people to be part of it, and we also look for different ideas.
yeah.
It's fun. It's supposed to be fun and educational. It sometimes it gets real serious.
He get on my nerves. Thank you, Philly. Baby set me up. The last one. The funniest part is that me and Carbon had totally different scenarios for it. Y'all also, if you do shoot her something, just know you don't have to figure out what your situation is going to be.
Yeah.
Erica's going to let you know what your situation is. No one else is going to know because that's also part of it is for everyone else involved to figure out what's going on with you, what you're
Yeah.
bringing to the situation. But they be setting me up.
Gina was pregnant last time. Yo, when I text her and I was like, Gina, you're pregnant. She was like, who the hell is pregnant? I was like, wait, for the bunker, not in real life.
And y'all don't even hear me cuss. Nice straight up cussed. I was like, I forgot I was part of a scenario. I was like, what is she talking about?
I was like, no, in the bunker. She was like, oh, okay. She's like, you know something I don't know? I was like, wait, what?
You absolutely don't. You are wrong. But yes, y'all, they be setting me up. Every time in the chat be going in. They be like, oh, Gina got it down. Mm-mm.
It was bad when you stole the seeds.
Right. It's been going downhill from there. And I was just trying to survive. One bit of advice is if you're in a flood prone area, keep your emergency items up high. Very good advice, Nola. That is really good advice. I just was talking to somebody who had a family member who I think lives in Florida, but their house is on the stilts, and they had a storage shed, and they flooded, high tide, flooded, whatever, and everything got damaged because it was in that storage space that was low, and so now they know just what he said. You need to store things high, or else they're not gonna be any good.
Right.
Excuse me. Yeah, I still got a tickle from being cold, being sick. So sorry. That is true. Practice in the backyard is a great step to a learning experience. I encourage it. Listen. The Virginia bushcrafter be out here for real.
I'm trying to get
And
Billy and Gina to go to the backyard.
She's not trying. No, ma'am. No. That's the advantage of living in Ohio. Because if I was in Georgia, she probably really would talk me into it, and it'd be harder to decline. It's easier to decline when you're 8 hours away, 8+ hours. It's
I
much
told
easier.
Billy the other night. I was like, "Oh, Billy, we're gonna set up the projector because sometimes I bought a projector off the site also, guys.
Off of
And
Amazon?
yes, I have the coupon deals and stuff. I'll put it on the community page. I know I have also do it on Facebook.
Okay.
So, and I try to set up the tent. He took down the tent before I can come back outside.
See,
He was like, "Why do you need a tent to watch the movie?" I was like, "Maybe if you fall asleep." He's like, "I'm not falling asleep out here." Like, I was like, "Okay." But Virginia, I'm ready to hit the bushes with you. I don't know
um,
about everybody else. Will be paying money to get in and out to see what's going on.
facts. But you know what? In the end, in the end, I know I did. I loved Negan. I remember when Negan first did you ever watch The Walking Dead?
Yes.
I remember when Negan first came on the scene, I was so mad. I was so mad. I'm not gonna get, even though I shouldn't even try not to spoil it, because if you ain't watched I watched it late. So if y'all ain't watched it by now, y'all probably ain't gonna watch it. But it's a very actually decent show. It's a little bit about the people, though, zombies. It's more about the people that's in the show. So don't get caught up on, I don't watch the zombie stuff. Don't get caught up on that. Anywho, I was like, I couldn't stand him. I wanted him dead, kill Negan. And my coworker was like, you're going to end up liking Negan. Watch what I say. I was like, there ain't no way. He can kiss my grits. Like I don't want nothing to do with Negan. My favorite characters on The Walking Dead in order are Daryl, Negan, and if Rick and Michonne was still there, would be before Negan. But because they kind of really wasn't, is Daryl. If I'm gonna be in a situation like that, I need Daryl's my number one pick. He's my number one draft pick, and then it's Negan.
Wow.
What's up, Jenna?
Um,
But yes, hey Urban, happy
hey,
Friday.
Urban.
Hey TT. I ended up loving him in the end because you need. I don't want to say it like I'm thinking it. Y'all know what I'm thinking. You need them on your side when it's time. You need somebody who's gonna make it do what it do. What up,
That's
Skilly?
what I don't understand why people be trying to off you on the bunker, because I feel like we be trying to give you scenarios where you would benefit, and they be finding reasons to, like, I don't get it. I be me and Carbon be saving you.
Y'all do. But I know y'all just be talking. Y'all gonna save me, right, Ray? Right, Zach?
Right? Be like, I ain't saving nobody.
Ray probably ain't. He's like, F them kids. He definitely ain't gonna save me.
I'm retired. I ain't saving nobody.
Dang, Ray. I knew he said save myself. Dang. Yeah.
Well, right, you can't eat grass forever. You're gonna need food eventually.
You're gonna have to come out.
Right.
Shut up, TT. Somebody to cover the night shift. I would be sleep. Facts.
Right.
I'm only dangerous during the day. I need somebody to pick up the slack at night. You need people that's gonna do what need to be done. I'm gonna tell you this much. If the ish hit the fan, I'm gonna do what need to be done.
Right.
Don't act like you can't get us on camera.
I was trying to avoid y'all being on camera.
I bet you were, but I'm gonna take it, and I'm on it. What it is? What's popping?
Talk to you, Billy. What up, RGG?
Yo, what's good? How you doing? Why you squinting your eyes?
You look like I'm squinting my eyes.
Zoom is in mine. You and me. What's up?
What's going on?
How you doing?
I heard y'all was just at the range. Well, y'all at the range.
Yeah. We still here. Still here. Ready for the meetup? You ready?
Listen, that's if I get there.
What you mean?
That's if I come. I don't know if I'm be able to make it.
Bust a move. Make the move busted. That's this week's phrase. Make the move busted.
I know that's right.
I guess we head over there, baby. We can drive.
Yeah, you could drive. I shouldn't lose anything. I got kicked out of my seat.
Right.
Sorry. Then they
was at the range, y'all. For those, there's a lot of the 2A up in here. Ray, Philly, OG, Urban. Y'all know who y'all are. They like RGB there. They checking out the spot, getting things together for y'all for the meetup.
Yeah.
Those aren't part of the 2A community. Excuse me. And you probably wonder what is that? The Second Amendment. But there's a meetup coming up in June, Father's Day weekend in Thomasville, Georgia, which is where Erica and the rest of the my family crew is near. They live near there, and it's gonna be a big thing, y'all.
Yep.
I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a big thing.
And we're gonna have a lot of fun.
And this is the third one, right?
This is number 3. This is the third meetup.
And it's gotten bigger and bigger every year.
Yep.
So yeah. And y'all can always go over RGG go live what, Sunday night or
Sunday.
Tonight too.
Oh, he goes tonight?
Right, yeah, Friday and Sunday. Definitely Sunday, but maybe tonight.
He's gonna try to go tonight.
If we ain't
that'd be cool.
Ritz.
Oh, where are we going? Are we going to Sass for dinner?
That'd be cool. So y'all probably go live with them, right?
Yes.
Since Billy always on the live anyway.
Right.
So yep, check out a regular, we're saying RGG, but his channel name is A Regular Gun Guy.
Mm-hmm.
Urban, are you a moderator on my channel? If you are, if you could drop RGG's channel, please. I think you are. And TT's in here. TT, if whoever is a mod in here, if y'all could drop A Regular Gun Guy channel. Also, if you could drop Erica My Fly Family and the My Fly Family channel, both of them. That would be nice.
Thank you, TT.
She already doing the Z's. RGG was like, why your eyes squinting? They really ain't, but I think it does when I'm smiling. They just go a little close. Yes. Look, I don't even know. He probably ain't never. Well, no, he's seen me on y'all channel. I was about to say he probably ain't never seen me.
Oh, I don't know.
I think he came. He was in the chat one time, one of the bunker ones. I think. I don't know, but yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah. But yeah, the Dollar Tree, I love it. You can start your small kits there. Start your fire kit, your first aid kit, your tent repair kit.
Yeah.
Free.
Yes. And y'all, I just dropped the link just in case anybody has any other frugal prepping tips. We only want the frugal ones. You got 11 people watching from your channel. That's cool.
Thank you.
I don't know who it is. I just saw it was 11 people, which is awesome. But, thank you, Urban. Thank you, TT.
Billy said Harbor Freight is a good one too to get your tarps. Dollar Tree has small tarps. I will use just the small tarps to put underneath the tent. But yeah, you can do Harbor Freight also.
Yeah, I've gotten them at the Dollar Tree before, and they are small. I use them in my garden more so than anything. They're not just even that they're small; they're thin too. They're not as durable. Yeah. I mean, but for something just to have one, it's worth it still. I have several of them actually, but I have the more heavy duty ones too.
Because you can always double them also. You can just always double it if you needed to use it for shelter. And use your string from Dollar Tree also. You can use the string, tie them together, and do what you gotta do.
Exactly. So y'all saw a lot of prep items that you can get at the Dollar Tree. Your medical prep, fire prep. She even had prep in case something goes wacky with your tank. I mean, you need to repair. What up, Skilly on the job?
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, Skilly.
Wally World got a nice clearance section. Try that.
Yep, you came in late.
Yeah, because we was talking about that.
Oh.
You can ask your local Walmart when they put them on clearance. Ours is at the end of every other month.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it when I've gone in there because they'll have lanterns, they'll have all kinds of stuff, sleeping bags, they'll have smaller stuff. They have the life straws, like you said. I see those all the time there. and it's like a whole aisle full of
Yep.
just clearance.
Even if you don't like going inside Walmart, you can still find the clearance items online.
Yep. That's a good idea too, Martika.
That is a good idea, Martika.
Mhm. Yep.
Or sure.
And I actually hit up thrift stores. I hit up thrift stores for stuff like I haven't looked for canners there, but I've gone there and gotten looked at dehydrators. You'll find dehydrators at the thrift store all the time. All the time. For like $5 or $10 for a dehydrator.
Yeah.
So I look for stuff like that. I was looking for a bread machine once, and I hit up the thrift stores first before I went. Because this is the thing. Just like you might buy something one day, and then a couple years later you realize you haven't used it, and you just like, let me throw this in a box and drop this off at the wherever, the Goodwill, the thrift store, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Other people do that too. Excuse me. So it's not that it's bad stuff. It's just something so the other person didn't need anymore. Skilly, that's for you. What's the real deal? Happy Friday. Well, hey, Fifi. Yes. But yeah. So I would definitely put that on my radar. I didn't even think about thrift stores.
Yeah.
I'm surprised what you could find there. It's just that you have to be willing to look.
Yep.
Hey, make sure you find that clinic this week and get your problem solved. On this young lady channel, man. I'm trying to be good. Leave it alone, Ray.
See.
Amazon also, if you put in for your Amazon search, just put in lightning deals. You'll find a lot of different gardening sales as we speak.
Lightning deals.
And they give you but the lightning deals are only for like an hour or two.
Oh, that sucks.
You got your phone on your computer, Skilly. I know you probably don't mean to be having it on your computer. Okay. I don't know if it was anything on there worth seeing, but people be not people in this chat, but people who, anybody can come across something.
Right. So when you put in lightning deals, you can get clothes, you can get shoes, they even do jewelry. They do everything, and they have deals for everything. It's just learning how to search for certain deals. But like I said, the lightning deals, they only for like a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I was looking up nosy. Titi Hush. Hey, she is Sunshine and Pia. I saw Pia come in here. OG $2. Yes. Are you growing okra, Erica?
I think I am.
I know I am. I have Red Hill and Heavy Hitter. That I'm growing.
I don't know any of it.
That sounds like weed.
What's up, Billy?
Hey, what up, big homie?
Nothing much.
Chilling like a villain. Man, she going that California Sunshine and that Heavy Hitter and that Bazooka Bubblegum Blue. You got all that skunky yonky. Oh my God. So that's the code word? Hey, let me buy a dime sack of okra.
That boy stupid.
First of all, you gave away your age because don't nobody be selling dimes no more.
Nickel bag of funk.
He's showing his age.
Right. I do not confirm nor deny what is in my garden.
Oh my goodness.
My cousin gave me some what was that? Some oh, I forget what it was. And I was like, what was you trying to grow some weed or something? Yes. Listen, you'd be surprised. A lot of gardeners do, and they're not growing it to smoke it. They're growing it for teas and things like that.
Right.
Because it has a lot of medicinal purposes. So it's not just smoking. But OG $2, yes. I know I'm growing some okra. And I know there's at least 5 people I've seen in this chat that are as well
Mm-hmm.
growing okra. It's actually so far has not it was very easy to germinate, and we're gonna see how it do out there in the garden.
When you say germinate, what you mean by germinate?
When it goes from seed to when you see the little greenery, when you have a little seedling, little plant.
Oh.
So a successful
So like
germination
a plant.
is like a
Yes.
successful semination of pregnancy. So
Oh,
so so when a man and a woman, no, I'm just kidding.
Really, when the boy plant don't pull the root out.
alrighty then.
But yes, no, when your seed actually produces a plant.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And that's why a lot of people, you don't want to drop too many seeds, because there's some people in the community who when they first
You have
started
to pay
gardening, they
seed
was just
support.
dropping the whole packet. But you do want to drop several, because sometimes they don't germinate. How many seeds do you drop for a plant? I dropped 3 for the okra. I dropped 3 of each variety,
I do too the
and all
same.
of them suckers germinated.
Okay.
I
And
do
I was
too the
pissed
same.
because one thing I don't like to do is kill my seedlings. So basically, you know how many plants you have room to grow. So I have 6, and the reason I keep looking up is because they're behind this laptop. But I have 6 okra plants that came up. I'm gonna have to find somebody. If OG, if you lived in Ohio, I would be giving you an okra plant if you wanted it in your garden. Because I don't want it to die. I want it to go somewhere somebody can grow okra and have some okra they own.
Gotcha.
'Cause some plants can get tall. I saw people using ladders to harvest from their okra plant. It got so tall.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to get to.
No, we don't
I
want
don't
that.
want mine to be that
We
tall.
don't want that tall. We ain't trying to climb
Hey,
up.
Duval. I mean, it's not a bad thing, because it just means your plant is that healthy and producing. See, what happens is it's getting taller because the pods that produce from the bottom won't continue. It has to keep growing tall to get more pods. But yeah, I'm growing okra for the first time this year, OG. First time. Um, that might be I don't know. That might be the only variety of plant that I'm growing for the first time this year. I'm growing some varieties of peppers I haven't grown before, but I've grown peppers before and tomatoes. Um, I am growing cabbage for the first time this year.
Cabbage.
Um,
Type of stuff.
Yep, some cabbage. I'm gonna try them in a pot. I'm growing my okra in a 5-gallon bucket. I also want to do green pepper. Yes, do them green peppers. And I don't do spinach. I tried to grow it one year. Spinach does better in the cooler seasons, for one, that I know of. I don't think spinach likes heat like that, and I'm not sure I don't remember what state you're in. I was gonna say I'm not sure, but I did know because I've ordered from you. I don't remember though. I don't think spinach like the heat. So if you don't have a way to keep it cool, you probably don't want to do spinach. You could do collards. That can hold up through the heat. But the peppers, if you grow some peppers, you'll never buy store-bought peppers again. You won't want to anyway. You won't want to. Only squash I'm doing is the delicata squash, Urban, this year. Last year I did zucchini and the scallop. But this year I'm just gonna do the delicata. I told you what to do with that blueberry, girl. 2020, my okra was 8 feet tall.
Mm.
Yes,
Crazy.
they were in the ground. Tia, I'm telling you, I saw Spooning with Sunshine. I saw Spoon getting up on a ladder to harvest for them. It had to be like that tree. That okra plant had to be like 10 feet tall. Oh, you know what? I have seen that OG, and yeah, definitely come back and let me know what you think about it. I've heard of that one. I know what you're talking about. There is that one, Urban. It's I know the name of it too. It's not coming to me right away. I've heard of it though. What in the vampire is going on? Hey fam, they should be asleep.
Oh yeah.
Why y'all still up? You a mess. Hey Angela, happy Friday. But yeah, I actually encourage everyone to grow something. If you grow something, I'm telling you, you're gonna be surprised for one that you can do it, even if you think you can't. And two, the what that item once you taste it, make sure you're growing something that you eat. But once you taste it, you won't want to buy it from the store again. It doesn't taste the same. It doesn't even taste close to the same. How you doing, Mark Age? Oh, so tall. Bend over when you plant. Oh, great. It won't grow so tall. I don't know what you're trying to say there, sir. I have now from C Red. The Red Country Hill is what I did, and the Heavy Hitter are the two that I did. But yes. And if you what up, Hutch? Happy Friday. You said what up, Skilly?
What's going on, Hutch?
Um, but and if you don't have seeds, and maybe you don't want to have to go and buy seeds, you know, if you are part of either community, me or Erica, like kind of reach out and we'll make sure you get some seeds to try to grow something. Bend over the stalk. Oh, it won't grow so tall. Okay. HD last weekend for soil seeds, left with a tree and seeds. Listen, I got another tree, Urban. I have 2 cherry trees now. I need another apple.
I want to do a cherry tree. Did we get a cherry tree? We gotta
If
make
you get one, you probably need to get two because they do pollinate each other. I need another apple. I was hoping that it would be an apple somewhere close to me to pollinate my apple, but my apple hasn't woke up, so I'm not sure.
I think I gotta get another tangerine tree because my tangerine tree is it's just giving me just yeah. Oh, $2. They have so in Thomasville this weekend. They're doing a sip and shop. So you go to different places and you drink, and there's stores you can go shopping at the little stores and stuff. And they're doing a concert, so there's a lot going on out here. But
Awesome.
I couldn't let Jania down. I had to make it. So we're in between.
I appreciate
Mhm.
you.
We're
Yes.
doing it in between.
And he said he got a peach tree. I actually got
Hmm.
2 trees this year. I have a Red Haven and a I forget what the other one is. But that's another tree that it usually helps to have two. You got an almond tree that's just starting budding. I don't have any nut trees. I do have fruit though. Hey Carissa, all that land you got, Hutch, you should have a whole orchard. That ain't even being funny. You should have a whole orchard.
I remember eating on pecan trees.
Time to add. Huh?
Pecan trees when I was younger.
Yeah. A lot of people have those too.
That
Sip
was
and
good.
shout so you could get drunk so you spend more money. That's right. My Red Haven is dead. Oh, we turned it. I am looking for another peach. I got mine at Bottoms. I don't know. I know you're in Canada, so I don't know if you can get that, but yeah.
I never seen an almond tree.
I haven't either. Hutch said that's what he got.
Mm,
I heard people talk about pecan trees, but I would assume you could have any of them. Any of the
we have
nuts.
a pecan tree, but our squirrels get to the peanuts before we do. So it's feeding. It's supposed to be feeding them, but they still get in my garden.
See, and then the sad part is most rats is what I call them because they get on my nerves. They don't even like the stuff in the garden. They just be in there tearing up.
Right.
Oh, they get on my nerves. But yeah. Well, yeah, guys, I definitely encourage. No, I was drinking sipping on wine, right? But it's water now. It was.
But guys, let me get back on it a little bit.
Yes. Yes.
I'll be in the chat.
Okay.
See you guys.
What about skunks and squirrels? Do I have to worry about those creatures?
Probably.
I can't stand a skunk.
No, I don't deal with skunks. I thought you said squirrels.
Squirrels too. We deal with skunks where I'm at.
I don't know if you have to worry about the skunks so much. Thinking about adding a few tea bushes, technically trees, but very easy to keep low. So you don't want any fruit, Hutch? You don't have peanuts in the pecan tree. Right, OG. Yeah, Tia, you have one Barbados cherry. I don't know. Some like my first cherry said it was self-pollinating, and all I get is leaves. So really, I didn't buy my second one because of that. I ain't even gonna try to front. I just happened to be at the big box store and they had trees and they looked really good, and I couldn't leave without one. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get another cherry. So I did. I just needed an excuse. I just needed an excuse. Oh no, you got a woodpecker terrorizing your chimney? No, sir. Thank you, Carissa. No, sir. Now I deal with and I don't have no trees outside of my fruit trees that I purchased in my yard. My yard has no trees, front or back. But my neighbor, and I have a privacy fence. Right on the other side of my fence is this tree that the stupid squirrels go up and then they jump from the tree onto my fence into my yard.
Oh man, I know you.
So I found little things dug up in my yard. I have to watch my plants to make sure they don't dig up my plant. And if they do, I have to go back out there and replant it. Clearing out for apple. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, Hutch. Clearing out for apple, pecan, maple, and maybe peach or pear. How about both? How about peach and pear?
You know what I'm gonna do, sis? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build like a self cage over my little thing that Zach did.
Mm-hmm.
The wood a little higher, and put like one of them little, I don't know, that thing you roll out. I'm gonna put it over that just to kind of keep the rodents out.
Yeah, they just be messing, and I a lot of times when they're digging, they're trying to store some stuff. Like they usually bury something sometimes, like a nut or something that they'll try to come back and find later. But I can't stand the squirrels. Like I cannot. I get excited when they eat one of my hot peppers because I'm like, oh, I hope it burnt your whole mouth off. Because I grow hot peppers. I mean, I grow some that aren't that high. I do jalapeno, and then it is heat from there. Habanero, Scotch bonnet.
I don't stand peppers. I do not like peppers.
Hot or you don't like any peppers?
Nah, I don't really deal with peppers. I can't stand nothing hot and spicy. I don't really do the hot.
No, I meant do you like bell peppers though?
Yeah, I do the bell peppers. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
a stuffed bell pepper is good, or a delicious stuffed bell pepper.
Them bell peppers that you grow are next level. The first time I tried a bell pepper I grew, I don't want nothing else. It tastes so much. It's just so good.
I'm gonna do.
I ate it. Well, I just literally sliced it and was eating it with nothing. It was so good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do bell. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do when I get back, because I go on vacation to Jamaica in June. So as soon as I get back from there, I'm gonna go ahead and build my little thing and get my buckets together.
Mm-hmm. I agree, Urban. You know what? You right, Hutch, but I'm like, do I want a cat? If I had land like you do, though, I would have several of them. I just let them run around outside everywhere.
I was thinking about getting my kids a cat. I don't know what made me want to get a cat. I don't know. I don't want a dog. I definitely don't want a dog, because I'm not. No, I'm not. Not about the no. So I was thinking about maybe seeing if the kids.
Why is dogs a hard no?
Because my kids ain't gonna take care of them, and I'm not gonna take care of them.
Well,
They ain't take care of the two birds and the lizard they had. What you think they gonna take care of that?
yeah.
I set myself
That's
up.
the reason why I haven't got another dog. I had a dog and I got her for my oldest daughter when she was like, I don't know, 4, 5. And that was my dog because I took care of her.
Right.
So, and my husband was wanting to get another one. I was like, no, because I'm gonna be the one stuck taking care of it.
They want to see a dog. My mom has 2, so they can go down south and see a dog if they want to play with a dog. My mom ended up getting 2 more. I don't know why she ended up getting 2 more dogs, but she did. So now I grew up with. I love dogs, but I just don't want to take care of one.
If I had a yard, I would get a dog, but my yard is small. I'm just like,
got no yard for no dog. You see my yard, like, boy, you ain't got no yard.
No, I don't either. I don't. I just got my fence redone, and when they took down the part that was by my garden, it made the garden look. It really focused in on how much of the space in my yard I use for the garden.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I use almost half of the yard for my garden. It didn't feel like that with the old fence up. But with that new fence up, it's like it magnified the garden. It looks huge. But yes, and it's time to start dropping them seeds because I know y'all weather is shifting.
Yeah, it's actually been, I don't know what's up with this weather, but it's just now warming up into the 60s this week. It's been 40 and 30 all last week and the week before.
Yeah, same here. Today is the second day it's been decent. Today is the first day it was actually warm. It got up to 75 today, and the forecast is showing that it's going to be pretty nice for at least the next 7 or 8 days. What? Sweet peppers are great. Just watch the flies. They lay. What? I have never had that problem, Urban. Good Lord, don't do that to me. I have had no bug penetration on any of my peppers, hot or sweet. Well, only bugs I have to watch out for is the squash bug and the hornworms on the tomatoes.
Now, do them bugs fly or they just crawl?
Crawl. The hornworm looks like a caterpillar. It's like a really pretty green color, but it's not your friend because it will eat your tomatoes. You'll find tomatoes with all kind of bites in it. And them hornworms get huge. And I always had the ones that have been stung by a wasp. And when they get stung by wasps, they lay their eggs in them. And so their backs have these little white things sticking out of them, which is it's a whole thing. I can't. So I have a black light flashlight that I go out and check for the worms when they're really tiny, because then I can deal with them. I can kill them. But if they get big, then my husband got to go out there and get them.
Oh,
I rebuke you, pepper flies. Ah! Thanks, fam. I appreciate you. Great conversation, gentlemen. I'm done.
yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back and setting that up and doing some planning. I don't know how good it's gonna go, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it out.
It's that time. I went out today and put some of my peppers in the garden, some tomatoes, and I put my sweet potato slips out there. My other potatoes have been outside because they can handle it being cold. So like your russets and stuff like that. I'm not growing russets. I'm growing Yukon Golds and red potatoes and purple potatoes. But yeah, and then I'll probably about the middle of May, I might put my watermelon out there and cantaloupe, and my okra will probably go out there then.
Okay.
But yeah. Once you see in the forecast that your nights are gonna stay 50 or higher, you can start putting stuff out there. But you're going from seed, you can start dropping some seeds. It'll take it peppers and tomatoes take it quite a bit to, usually about 4 to 5 days to germinate anyway.
Okay.
Before you see the little greenery start coming up.
Gotcha.
So, yep. You can start it in something small. You don't have to start it in your buckets yet. You can start it in like a cup or something and have something set up outside where your cups are set up out there with your seeds in it.
Gotcha. Okay, I go buy some plastic cups and start.
Just cut a little, just very little in the bottom so the water can drain.
Okay.
So it don't rot out your roots. But yeah, I figured African Dreamer, you're a mess. We like, gentlemen. Who you talking to, Jay? That's why you're supposed to be asleep. That's why you're delusional. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with African Dream and Skilly, but they are in Tanzania.
Yeah. They're good people. Good people.
Yes, they are great people.
I got what was it? Erica's Life is when we had.
Yeah, they come over there. But it's probably late night, early morning there. Right now.
Well, I'll be asleep somewhere. Boy, they some soul.
Yeah.
They some soul.
Yeah. So it might be already Saturday there. Saturday morning, like early morning.
Ooh-wee.
Yes.
They almost like
that's why.
Huh? They almost like a 10-hour difference then.
Could be. I don't know what the difference is. I know it's a big difference. Like when they go live, usually they go live on Fridays at about 11-ish. And I think there it'd already be like evening. It'd be 11-ish for us.
Right.
But yeah. Right now they should be under the bed. That's why I call him a vampire. Him and his wife April. Vampires. But yes, but y'all, I just wanted to share some inexpensive ways to get some prepping in. I'm actually going to be going to the Dollar Tree to get quite a few of the things that I've seen Erica talk about, because you can't beat the Dollar Tree.
No, you can't.
Your preps.
A lot of items, and I tell a lot of people that I deal with, it don't cost much to prep. It really don't. All that mess you can get from the dollar store.
Yep, that's gonna get the job done just like anything else. So,
Matter of fact, I went to the dollar store and got 2 packs of wipes because I was getting my get home bag together. And shout out to Ben Shooting. I'm trying to get him to come back on Survivor Saturday's real good show. But he said he sent me a picture of his get home bag and had wipes in it. And I think I paid like maybe $4 for 2 the wipes. I think they maybe had 100 sheets in it.
Yep.
It's not expensive.
Nope. And just get a couple things at a time. Like go into the Dollar Tree with $10 and just get what you can for that $10 that week. And then go in another time with another $10.
That stuff up about $10 to $20. You'd be surprised what you walk out there with. How much?
Yep, and just budget it. Y'all know how I feel about budgeting. So just put it in your budget this much towards prepping this month or this pay period or whatever. So yes. What up, badass? And Parasite Photography.
Walmart as well. He told me to go in that clearance section and see if you can find, especially camping. He said camping and another thing I was talking about, but I remember him saying camping. Go to that clearance. You get a lot of stuff out of that clearance section.
I need to go check out their clearance again for the camping because I would like to find like a cooking, outdoor cooking situation. So like a burner and the little pots and pans. I've seen people have like the little camping size, smaller pots and stuff. Or like if you're on the go.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can find that.
Oh, you'll get it.
Dollar store sifted. That dollar store soil is trash. It's trash. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Say go to Home Depot or somewhere. Go to one of them stores.
Just go and get some soil. It's trash. Hey Jigs, how you doing? Happy Friday. Don't even put yourself through it. It's trash. I bought some last year and I was like,
oh, you was mad, wasn't you?
It's trash. Everything at the Dollar Tree don't have to come home with you.
Sometimes you have to go spend put another $2-3 with it, y'all.
It is trash. They just dead wrong for it. And honestly, to be quite honest, Mike, the regular box store stuff has not been as good. And somebody made a comment. It was another gardening channel that they think it's because they're trying to mass produce enough for the upkick in gardeners, which I believe. So it's not breaking down all the way like it normally would. It's the same way the compost is having more big pieces of sticks and stuff in it. So I found one brand that I like right now, and hopefully they continue to be quality, and that's the Kellogg's brand, and I find it at Home Depot. But it has it's more broke down like it needs to be. And so hopefully they continue to make the quality like that, because
it's like food, you know, how they're growing food. So, you know, even with the meat, how fast they're putting them through the process. It takes time to get some good food. But you know how it is in the United States, money is the root of all things. So who's the faster they produce money.
Yep.
Fortunately.
Yes, Mike, the Pro Mix is still good. The Pro Mix is probably the best one out there to me. My store don't have none, Mike. That's all I bought last year was Pro Mix. That's all I bought because it's compressed. It's like, well, the Pro Mix I get it's compressed and it's 2 cubic feet per package. And it was the best soil I could find. Like I was hooked on it, but I can't find it. Everybody that bought it out. I mean, it's not that they don't sell it. It's just none in stock.
Gotcha. That's interesting.
But Pro Mix still is a good one. I don't think it's expensive. You get 2 cubic feet for like $11 or $12, at least it was. That's almost the same as, I mean, because those bags that you get, even at the big box stores, there's only 1 cubic foot. It just seems like it's more in it because it's compressed in the Pro Mix bag. But once you break it up and put the water on and everything, you get a lot. It's a lot in there. Yeah, I used to. Oh, it's 20 now. See, I can't find it, so I didn't know how much it was. But all of them, everything's going up. The black cow has even gone up. The manure. So
ridiculous.
Yeah, everything is going up. But yeah. And I agree, Urban. I found plastic pieces in some of those and all kind. It's just terrible.
Crazy.
Terrible. Just bad quality. Well, y'all, I appreciate everybody for coming through. And like I said, I just want to share some tips on how to prep inexpensively, because everything doesn't have to cost a lot of money to get done. No. There are some very inexpensive ways of doing it. And you saw how Erica had just those containers from the Dollar Tree. It put it all in there. It fits in there nicely. Or you could just use some Ziploc bags or something. It don't have to be fancy. The stuff is what you want, not the way you're keeping it.
Right.
You just want to make sure you can keep it dry. So you do want it in something that's going to keep it safe and dry. Yes. Yeah, that's the only thing I buy, Zach, black cow, for manure. Mainly because we don't have much more than that here. But it's good. They make a good product. So
that's a feast type thing deal to put on the plants.
Black cow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cow manure.
Oh, okay.
And I mix it in I mix it in my soil. Oh. So the soil I use for my garden. So if I use, say I put my plant in a bucket, I'll mix that black cow with some soil and put it into the bucket.
Got you. Okay.
To plant my stuff. But yeah, it's good for the plants. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So it's still good. It's still good, Mike. Black cow is anyway. Never know anymore. You're right. But so far it's still been good. The quality's still been pretty good. Now it is not as broke down as it could be, but it's not that bad either. All right. I hope everybody has a great rest of the weekend. I'm gonna be sitting around waiting to see if RGG go live tonight in My Fly Family, because I'm sure it's gonna be together.
Right.
What up, Joseph Harris? How you doing? Happy Friday. So yeah. But y'all definitely check out those prep items, because you know what? Nobody thinks they need it till they do.
Yeah.
So prep you a medical kit, have those things around in a dry, safe space, not from what you're going to use on a regular. Like I have bandages and stuff for like when my grandson hurts himself or I hurt myself or whatever. But this is a separate prep from that. This is separate from that for when you need it. And then start there. Just start with the medical, and then maybe like she had the fire stuff, the stuff for helping you to start a fire. That's important when you can't start one. That's important. The things that you don't think are. Hey, Sammy Joe. So yeah. TT, are you going live Saturday? I see Mike asking that. Are you doing are you canning? Have a good one, Sam. Nope, Mike, you're wrong. I saw what you said. I'm waiting for TT to say, and then I'm shutting this down, y'all. I'll be in these streets. I'll be checking out and seeing who's going live. But she said she's taking suggestions on what to can.
Well, y'all,
I need to talk to T, but we may go live next Saturday prepping.
Oh, cool.
earlier in the day. It won't be Saturday night. It'll be like 2 o'clock, and we're gonna do some meal prep and show how we meal prep.
Okay, that'll be interesting. Yeah, do that because I need to learn.
I'll be looking for the thumbnail for that. It's probably going to be next Saturday now. We are okay. We are. Was that a question? That wasn't a question. You didn't put a question mark. So yes,
I will
we are.
going live Sunday. I have to be to work early, so unfortunately, I will not be going again. Gotta make this money.
Skip-
Catch y'all.
skip
next.
No, we understand. We understand. Yes. No, I won't be making pepper. Oh, you what? Sam's suggestion was pepper jam. Sam, when this harvest start coming in, I'm definitely making some pepper jam. I would rather make it with my own peppers. Get the junk. Okay, I'll do the thumbnail.
Like
I need
jalapeno
to-
peppers?
Huh?
You talking about like jalapeno pepper jam?
It has jalapeno peppers in it, but it mostly has bell peppers in it. It
Oh.
just has a little bit of hot, but you don't have to put the hot peppers in it. I like a little kick in mine, but it's just peppers basically and a jam. And it is, when I tell you it's good, Skilly, I took it to a get together with some girlfriends, and they called me in a week or so after that, ordering jars of it.
You know.
I kid you not. It's good. I sent some to Carbon and Erica, and both of them waiting for me to have some more.
I can see the jam, but I just can't see the peppers in no jam. But okay.
It's good. It really is. What up, Liddy B? What
Man,
up,
what y'all
Jay?
still
I know that's you.
what y'all still doing up?
What you
First off,
still doing up? Ain't you about to be asleep? It's about
What time is it there, Jay?
2:38
in the
A.M. A.M. Saturday morning.
yeah. I'll
Yeah.
be asleep. Boy, no, let me stop lying because I'll be just now getting home.
What's up, Tat?
I get up at 1:30, 2 o'clock. I'll just be hitting the door.
See?
Yes, Carissa.
But we gotta be
Put that
vampires.
on some cream cheese. Yes. It's good. That pepper jam is good. And I did a watermelon pepper jam last year where I juiced one of my watermelons I grew and cooked it down and added some peppers to it. It was good.
Well, y'all trying to make somebody fat over here. Boy, I ain't messing with y'all.
You ain't gonna eat that
That's
much
it.
of it. It's just like any kind of jam or jelly. You just eat,
African, they
put it on wings. I was tossing my wings in them like a sauce.
yeah, talking about putting them in some wings. You hear that?
I hear them. That sounds good. I've been in and out because earlier I had got a little bit sleepy. I've been listening to Tack, I've been listening to Gina, and I don't see Erica up here no more. I've been in and out, but y'all haven't said them about squirrels. Hey,
We ain't.
I was
Not in
just
no
making
good
sure.
way.
Okay,
We talked about them in the way that I always talk about squirrels. They must die.
you right? No, I don't. We in agreement. They should.
Yeah, but after they die, you want to take it a step further. I don't want to do that.
Okay, well, that don't change nothing, Gina.
I'll put them in a box and send it to you.
Girl, I wish you could, man. Real talk. On the cool. Low key. Man. Baby, them's is villains. Y'all keep sleeping on them. Now, I wouldn't want no city. I don't know. I don't want no, what's that? What y'all call it? What's that? I know you in Ohio. What's that? Like, it's on the tip of my tongue. One of them Ohio cities. It's just the name of the city make me don't want no squirrels from it. Is it Akron?
I was hoping it would be Dayton.
Oh yeah, Dayton. I don't want
I
no squirrel from
want
Gary,
nothing
Indiana.
Good, because I won't send you any.
Good.
See why I don't like the squirrels? Zach, I got some starts for watermelon. So if you have not done anything as far as watermelon go, I will bring you, I promise you, I will bring you some watermelon to put in your garden. I have several varieties. So they take they range on how long they take. I let's just say anywhere from like 65, 70 days to 100, depending on the variety. So I got you. Don't do nothing, because when I tell you I've started seeds and all my goddamn seeds pretty much germinated, I gotta give some of these away. So
That's what's up.
let me know what you got room for, how many plants you got room for, because watermelon do need a lot of room. I don't know if you know that, Zach. I think you grow in containers, and you can do that. That would be fine. I grew containers last year, but I think it does kind of still stunt how big your melons will get.
Interesting.
My ones I grew on my raised bed, I got better outcome with. So, but let me know. I'm serious.
Speaking of serious, Gene, I got a
Hey,
serious comment.
what's up?
First off, I'm happy to see you recovering and doing well and looking good and being all pretty up here on this here YouTube machine. But you also, but in fairness, you also did say we can see how big it depends on how big your melon's gonna get. But whatever. I thought that was funny. But look here, so you.
Well, it does. It makes a difference.
I believe me. I know. Everything. It depends on how big your melon's gonna get. But look here, Gina, and Tack, you touched on something a while ago, kind of seriously, and I don't. You never said the name of the individual, but I really do think that that's a very real thing. I think the quality of not only mulch and potting soil and all of that stuff is really decreasing because it's starting to be mass produced in anticipation. Yep. Man, look, I'm saying this is just my personal belief. I ain't got no proof. I ain't talked to nobody about it but Jesus. I think in 2 years from now, you think we got a gardening community? A whole bunch of folks who don't even know what seeds is finna be trying to grow some tomatoes or some squash or something. So I don't think that that's a far-fetched perception of what's really happening and going on.
And I agree. I don't think it is either. I think for one, everything is about profit. So they throw quality out the window for profit, because when you're trying to mass produce, you're doing that so you can make the dollar.
Exactly. I agree.
And they're putting out a poor product because the soil is just some of these brands. I mean, they're just full of big pieces of sticks and plastic and all kinds of stuff.
As I've been listening to your conversation tonight, off and on, excuse me, I've been thinking, and I was kind of thinking that way already. And then when you said what you had said, I was like, but for channels like yours and other people in the gardening community, especially people who still back over in the States, think about how many first-time gardeners finna get got because they don't know any different. They just gonna go to that the places that you mentioned, and they're gonna spend about $10, $20. And that may not seem like a lot, but $10 or $20 times 10 million, a whole lot of money. And it all goes down to the bottom line, like you said.
And that's true. And the sad part is, if you don't know that all that those big pieces of stick and stuff in your soil can stunt the growth of your plants, you're losing on two fronts. Now you paid this money for this soil. A lot of people who've been gardening for a while, they know they got to sift a little bit of that out. Like they're going to sift out the big pieces of debris, so that when the roots start spreading on their plants, they go somewhere. They don't get cut off by these big pieces of stuff in their soil. But you're right.
Exactly.
So somebody new doesn't know that, and now they're stuck and they're wondering why their plants are dying instead of getting bigger.
That, and the other part is cross contamination. We all know how that can be a thing. So
I
between
yeah.
what you just said and cross contamination, that, because if you're not getting quality soil, which you
Mhm.
know, it depends on where you get it from. All soil should be treated to some degree, I guess, depending
Mhm.
whatever. But
Mhm.
I think this is going to be an issue going forward. So shout out
Mhm.
to all my hydroponics people, because that ain't really a big thing over here. Like almost nobody
Mhm.
does hydroponics, but you got people like Mike's, and it's
Yep.
been a whole lot of people that I follow who have kind of gotten into the whole hydroponics, but being
Mhm.
able to grow stuff indoors, and I think with some of the recent events up your way with air quality and what's going on
Mhm.
outside, I think that,
Mhm.
you know, don't put all your eggs in one basket, you know, like really
Yeah.
explore other options of growing your own food.
Yeah. I agree. And you know what's funny? You mentioned the cross contamination. The channel that spoke on the thought that they're mass producing and that's why the quality is not as good. That
Mm-hmm.
channel actually had a situation last season where some soil that was brought in, and this is a homesteader. This isn't like a small. These people have a lot of property with animals. They have horses, cows, all kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and a complete section of their garden they lost from some soil that was contaminated that they brought
Mm-hmm.
in. And the company actually reached out to them, and you know because it was something that got brought in within their place that they weren't aware of, and they wanted to do whatever they could to make it right, which you don't always get that. This was just a happened to be some
Right.
people who were on a large scale, you know.
Right.
Somebody like me, they wouldn't even notice that I lose
Mm-hmm.
my whole garden because of that. So yeah, yeah, that's a big
Like
thing,
you,
the contamination. Thank you, a resilient dad.
what's up, resilient dad? How you doing,
That's
bro?
it, man. From the bay with respect. I appreciate you, fam. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Um, but yes, that was interesting when you said that, because that same channel, I remember last year them having a problem where they got contaminated, and they talked about it because for several reasons, not to trash the company, but to let people know that they need, if this happened to them, they needed to reach out to
Mm-hmm.
this company. Um, because a lot of times people don't realize that it's bigger than just them. I wouldn't have. I'm gardening on a small scale compared to somebody who's a homesteader.
Of course.
So
Of course.
I
Yeah.
would think, I probably wouldn't even think it's contaminated. I would just be wondering what the heck is going wrong. But them being on such a larger scale, they knew something was happening because it only happened to one section of their garden, and it happened to be the section they brought the soil in for.
Right. Right. We right now we got about a half a hectare of uh uh corn and marage beans growing, and it's a shared venture. Um, so we doing it with friends, but it's like, you know, me and April. I'm not finna eat. Girl, ain't no way we can't eat that much. We couldn't eat literally a roll of that between me and April. So
Mm-hmm.
of course, some of it will be sold or and traded and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but the greater point is, I'm well. Never mind that. I'm gonna go back to what you said. Like, it's about the bottom line, and
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, I think that companies, because that's what they do, they literally pay people to know these sorts of things and project and
Mm-hmm.
have projections and stuff, and I just think that you absolutely 100% right. It's I don't think in recent year, at least since I've been alive, I'll say since I've been, and I'm older than everybody up on this panel and most of y'all in this chat.
Say hush.
No, it's true. Don't mind. I don't mind about my age. I ain't ashamed. I'm a 70s baby, so I know how old I am. But I ain't never seen nothing like this, and I think in the next year or two, you gonna see more people grow. It's already growing. It's
Yeah,
literally already growing.
absolutely. Absolutely. We're bringing more people into the fold as we speak because we know it's important skill to have.
Yes, it is. It is.
So it's and that's the scary part of it is that because we're bringing more people into the fold, it's causing these companies to try to put out more product. And
Mm-hmm.
so, I think that some of us are starting to realize, how even though, like for me, I instantly went to raised beds for how I grew. Not because I
Uh-huh.
had tried growing in my native soil and it didn't work, but because I watched content where other people were using raised beds. So I was like, well, I guess I need to use raised beds. And knowing what I know now, I should have just grew out of my native soil. I could have. It would have been just fine.
But you keep learning. We all learning, Gina. We all learning, sis. And
Mm-hmm.
but I got another question because I know you smart lady. I know you smart chick, so I'm gonna ask you a smart chick question. Look here. Do you think now I'm just old country boy, but check this out. Could you potentially see the possibility based off forementioned conversations that because of not only the need but also the interest, um, that more and more companies in the near future will begin marketing based off of the need for that they see amongst the general population, for one, to grow their own food, and for two, what do you think the impacts of that's gonna be? Because I can see it. I can't prove it, but I have almost like an internal anticipation of some sort that I can just kind of see coming. What say you, ma'am? And
That
you too, bruh.
that you see coming as far as the products being produced.
Well, the products, but you know how after how you can have a legitimate organic growth for let's say for people turning because of the lack of uh absolute knowledge about what's in our food. Like you
Yeah.
you almost completely vegan, 100%. Like, so for people like yourself, but people are also, or I'll say the population or the populace is also starting to distrust even some mass produced, like you make a lot of your own stuff, Gina. You know, you got anybody can go to Gina and look at some of her older videos. You make a lot of your own organic, and uh you make a lot of your own plant-based products is what I'm saying. I'm
Mm-hmm.
starting to see the decrease in the trust. I won't throw out brand names, but
Mm-hmm.
let's say Evening Moon or
Mm-hmm.
Evening Star or something like that, right? People want to do what you're doing more and more and more from a plant-based perspective, but
Mm-hmm.
the more it's mass produced because the companies see the growth in product sales, so they produce more and they also advertise more. But for the
Mm-hmm.
ones who know, they're not really interested in those mass produced new alternative products. So do you
Mm-hmm.
think there'll be some kind of manipulation uh from mass produced products like that?
I
And
think
what
there
do you think the
always,
impact will be?
yeah, I think there always is some, always has been some, and sir, quit, don't be telling these folks I'm vegan. I'm not. but I do eat a lot of plant-based. Um,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want you. Look, somebody be like, I thought she was vegan. She eats some meat. I do still eat meat every now and again, but I
Every
do
now
eat.
and again. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big meat eater, and mainly it's because of the fact of y'all don't know what they putting in that stuff when they make it. But I think they already do that. They already try to manipulate and make people think that just think about the company that you didn't want to mention. Now they have companies that make stuff that looks just like meat. That
Yes.
stuff didn't.
Yes.
That stuff didn't. This stuff they're making now, it's impossible that it is meat. But it
Mm.
looks like
Mm.
meat. But it's convenient, which is the same reason that most people eat a lot of the stuff that they eat, even though they know that some of that stuff cannot, the way they're making it could be wrong. They're still eating it out of convenience. And that's where I think, for one, if you go into the gardening and you actually stick in there, like you start seeing what it can how it's not as hard as you think it is, and you know what you're getting, and the taste of that is so much better, you are going to question more and more things that are being produced in these stores. From meat,
Right.
that's just like the people who are in the community that have chickens. Um,
Mm-hmm.
may they be egg layers or meat birds, because we have people who have both. We have people in the community who raise turkeys for their own turkeys. Um, once you have that, once you've been able to get some really authentically organic meat,
Mm-hmm.
and you have it and you buy it and you cook it and you realize that ain't what you've been eating from the grocery stores, you know,
Oh, Gina.
you
Oh,
just you just I don't
oh,
know.
Gina, can you talk about that? Because not only my passion for squirrels. Squirrels over here is scarce, girl, because it's all kinds of monkeys be grabbing them and throwing them around. So you don't see too many squirrels over here.
See?
But but when you talk about real meat, um, so and if you don't mind, Gina, if I ever go too far, please cut me off. You know I respect you like that. Uh, um, as I believe in butchering, or as my sister Urban Garden Chronicles was what she called it, dispatching. I
This
love
bad.
dispatching my own. Yeah, I love dispatching my own meat and learning how to process it, break it
Hmm.
down, even cure it a little bit, whatever. But what you just said is 1,000% true because
Hmm.
I'm from Texas, baby. You know we love barbecue. That's the best barbecue in the world you're gonna eat. But what I wasn't fully privy to until recent years in my life is that it's allowed a certain amount of, let's just call it salt water. I ain't gonna talk about the other maybe additives and chemicals that may be included in that, but with USDA, they allowed to put X amount of percentage of salt water. So you go buy, let's just say a brisket, because Texas is renowned for their briskets, right? So you go buy a brisket and you literally paying $30 of that 80 some dollar or $90 brisket. Man, that ain't nothing but water. That's finna cook out of that sucker. And
Hmm.
and 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 I'm saying all that to say, like when you get real meat, something that you may have dispatched the night before or the day before, and you prepping it, it does not taste the same. It doesn't cook the same. It doesn't smell the same. It's completely different. So I'm just saying, sis, like you really hitting on something because it's just different.
Facts. There used to be a butcher here. They closed it down. They didn't survive COVID, but they had, or you. There's no way you didn't know you were eating real organic meat. The first time I went
Mhm.
there, it was my goddaughter's grandmother who told me about it. And
Mhm.
I was like, "Oh, I ain't never heard of that." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I don't buy my meat from nowhere else but there." And so I went to the place myself and I purchased some chicken from there. And when I tell you, you didn't, my house didn't smell like something was cooking. Like it is something. People always think I'm weird when I say I can smell something when you buy when from the store bought chicken and beef.
Right. Right.
Something it
Right.
just don't be smelling right. And I mean, it was like the air was cleaner, the taste of the meat was cleaner. I knew I was getting good quality. Like they weren't just saying
Mhm.
this is one thing and it was something else. It wasn't like going to the grocery store and buying organic meat. It was not the same. It was
Mhm.
totally different. And it was more expensive. It absolutely was more expensive, but it was worth every penny to me. And the ground
Of
beef,
course.
I would get at the grocery store, if you get the higher fat content ground beef, it is so much fat in it when you cook it.
Oh my goodness.
You go
Yes.
to a
Yes.
true organic butcher, you're getting truly organic butchered meat. The highest fat content ground beef, you still don't have to do any drain it. I never had to drain it. I would take a paper towel and just get the little bit of oil that would come off of it. It still had no hardly any fat to that meat.
Yeah, yeah.
Period.
When we make ground beef over here, or if we buy ground beef, because we'll get, sometimes we'll ask for more fat so we can actually, because we got a meat grinder and stuff. I gotta do
Mm,
some videos on that, and you actually get such a lean product that I was never privy to, and when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? I'm from a single parent household. You get, what is it, that 73, whatever, the one that got the most fat in it, and
mm,
you work with what you got. But if you buy whatever pounds of ground beef you buy, let's say you making some tacos or some hamburger helper or
mhm.
whatever you making, you shouldn't have to pour 2.5 cups of grease off of your
Nope,
doggone ground beef. You just that's not
nope.
natural. That ain't the way it's
It's
supposed to
not.
be.
It's
And
not.
and somebody had put in the chat earlier. They was talking about which is starting to come out more and more in conversations for those who pay attention. Meat glue.
The
You can have a
synthetic
pretty
meat.
Yes, ma'am. You can have the prettiest ribeye you'd have never seen in your life. It's just as the brightest red and the fattest, the whitest white. Baby, they done sat back there and glued that sucker right there together. And you up here just having the time. I ain't say it didn't taste good. Now don't get me wrong. But when I get back to the States, baby, I'm going to Sonic. So I already know I'm finna enjoy that delicious pausing. But y'all get what I'm saying.
Yep. Yep. I know exactly what you mean. Hey there, Bernard or Benab. I'm sorry, Sanchez. And I also saw Big Riz come up in here. Hey, happy Friday. But yes, um, and even Sammy Joe said the same thing. She raises her own chickens. And you definitely can tell the difference. I remember also something else I noticed the difference of is when they butcher when they dispatch the chicken
Dispatch. There you go, Gina.
and and they take the breast from the chicken, it's butterflied.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
a chicken breast like you would see in the grocery stores are like they're
Mhm.
way too big.
Too big, yeah.
There's no chicken carrying that big of a
Yeah.
breast.
Girl, them
That was
pterodactyls and Guinness. Them is
listen,
Guinness. Ain't no,
listen,
them ain't no. Come on now.
listen. So I don't know. That's why I already stopped eating so much meat was because of that. It was just, it didn't taste right to me. It didn't smell right when it was cooking. And I was like, something just ain't right about it. And then, like I said, I started going to this particular butcher, and I went there for years. I was sad to hear they literally just closed it. I think it was January or February of this year. It was fairly recent. They just couldn't, and I mean, I'm sure they're still providing for their families. This was a German Baptist butcher. So they tend to they have their own community. They work really hard. They farm and all those type of things for their community. So they're probably still doing it for their community, but just to keep it up as a storefront wasn't working for them.
Oh, I'm sorry, sis. Go ahead,
No, you're
because I got
fine.
something to say about it. Well, I just want to say something. So I was in a live earlier, and I was talking with it was actually over on another person's channel, and somebody had made a comment, and they were talking about how wealthy people don't eat like us commoners, because there is some poor folk in the world. So we eat what we can mostly, and we get in what we fit in. But look here. So what's the I might sound a bit conspiratorial, but I just want to raise a point. What sense do it make for butchers who actually usually have connections to organically grown? And what I mean by that, I'm talking about cows and goats just eating grass. That's it. They ain't getting no manufactured grains and all of this. They just literally eat grass and bushes and whatever else they can get their mouth on. Ain't it a certain irony? And it may sound conspiratorial, but what sense do that make when you have the wealthiest among us eating the best among us, but at the same time, small time butchers or dispatchers can be going out of business when they actually serving the public with healthy, oftentimes grass raised cattle. Now I'm old country boy, so I ain't the brightest, I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed, but Gina, make it make sense for me, and then maybe I get it.
I
Maybe
think that it's a delusion in the hierarchy to assume that what they're being served is better than what the other person is served. So this reminds me of, because I just listened to this, somebody talk about this on another podcast. It's a couple guys that are content creators, but anyway, they were talking about the experiment they did where they put Payless shoes in this upper society
Yes,
area store,
yes,
and how these people
yes,
thought they were buying these really designer expensive shoes just because
yes.
of where
I
they
saw
were.
that.
Yeah.
Food ain't no
Yep.
different. If you think just because you got money, they ain't selling you the same bull crap they selling me, but putting a bow on it, you
Yeah.
have lost your mind. They ain't going out there raising that cattle special for you because you got money. If you ain't the person who raised it, you getting the same crap we getting. It's just coming out of a different store. Don't be
Oh, oh, oh.
delusional. All we
Yeah.
got to do is make you think you getting something better, and you think you better than
Mm.
everybody else.
Somebody sitting in Beverly Hills right now done went to somewhere over on Rodeo Drive and bought them a pack of wieners for $700. They done bought some $700 wieners, and they, baby, you ain't eating nothing but Sonic. But I'm gonna let it go. I ain't gonna talk about it too much. I ain't gonna go too deep because I'm on my sister channel. So yeah.
I'm gonna say,
Right, the resilient dad pay lessy.
I was talking to somebody earlier, and I always say this, and I've been kind of keying on it lately because I'm trying to get myself together as far as what I'm eating and what I'm putting in my body. Um, the healthcare and the food system is made for you to stay in the hospital. If you get what I'm saying, because in certain countries, in certain regions of the world, the stuff that they allow the United States to do is not allowed in other in other uh, uh, countries. This certain stuff they put in food is outlawed. So they are not doing nothing special for the rich folks because they are about the money. If I can produce this at a faster rate to keep up with the people that's in the United States, but put it like Gina said, put a big bow on it for the rich folks, then the only thing they worried about is making that dollar. They're not worried about quality of food, because the quality of food don't make you no money, because you got to have time to grow it. Time is not it's not their friend at this point.
Facts.
And Zach, I don't believe that either. First of all, I don't believe elite and farms go in the same sentence. They ain't got no farms. They ain't got no farms. The only way they would have any interest in farms is if they're just fitting the bill for other people to work.
Yeah.
But most farmers are not rich and elite. They are not wealthy and elite. Most farmers are people who know the benefit of working their own land and growing and raising their own food. That's all that is.
Oh, Gina, now this where because I agree with what you said and I agree with what my man just said, but I gotta agree with Fat Guy a little bit too, because I learned some things before we moved to Africa. I was actually really applying for different this and different that and really interested. And this is how I came across this information, because I'm actually trying to get help with, like, let's just say the homestead. I'm trying to get help with the homestead.
Right.
That was my introduction. I'm not saying all of them do it, because yeah, you got some out here. I mean, if you don't think it's somebody who on tour who's swinging by Burger King, got the whole bus swinging by Burger King, of course they still do it. And they got a whole lot of money that I never made in my life. But when we talking about the ultra wealthy and the ultra elite, yes, I do believe 100% that they got. Now, two things can be true. Two things can be true. So when it comes to certain people who in the know, I believe 100% that yes, some not all, but some of the wealthy, they got cow. Okay, check this out. Put things in perspective. Just to get. Am I breaking up? Can y'all hear me?
You breaking up for me. Is he breaking up for you, Skilly?
No, he's fine with me.
Okay, so maybe it's me. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm sorry I'm breaking up, sis. Let me know if I need to fix something or do something. But I believe I'm almost 100% sure. Look here, it's racehorses out here worth $30 million. You mean the people who can spend that kind of money on a racehorse ain't got a whole pasture full of cows worth $1 million a piece that ain't nobody but they family done ate since 2-3 generations back? So two things can be true. And that's something that I learned along the course of this journey and this exploration, because we actually initially really thought real hard about moving back to Texas and doing everything we doing over here, but doing it back home. And look here, man, it's wild out there. It's wild, it's crazy. And I'm not saying it's all of them, but some of them first shizzle. Absolutely. I'll put it like this. Look here, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne got videos, just like the video you talked about Payless. Lil Wayne got like viral videos where he talk about he hadn't ate fast food. And this a dude from New Orleans who grew up in the projects.
African Dreamer. He was speaking on how he had his chef, right?
Go for it, bro. You got to resist.
Yeah, I saw that. That you would think by looking at him, he ate every fast food under the sun.
Exactly.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And also I agree too, and hello everyone, respectfully. I agree too. Two things can be true at the same time. It could be a lie, it could be a farce, right? I'll just puzzle you with that. But there's a lot of things that can be true at the same time. When I was speaking to in the chat about how we can have lab grown anything, farm raised.
He completely.
You faded out. You faded out.
Well, I tell y'all this. My great aunt down in Little Rock, Arkansas, she lives in the country. Her husband and her husband brothers own land down there behind their house, and they have farm equipment. And all my cousins are not trying to do farm work, so they actually outsource their tractors and stuff to big companies to come out there, or if they have somewhere around in Little Rock, Arkansas, in the country somewhere, they'll outsource their farm equipment for extra income, because the brothers are too old to farm, and none of my cousins. One of my cousins is a daycare teacher. My other cousin went to college. My other cousin went to college as well, and then his kids outside my great aunt went to college as well. So they're not trying to do any farm work. So as far as young folks and living in that environment, a lot of these young folks are not trying to do not trying to work in their own, if they got the chance to work in a big garden like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I apologize, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes, we can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I apologize for that. I didn't mean a disruption. And thank you, Big Skill.
oh, go
You're
ahead.
fine.
Yeah, I was saying though, out here in California, just back into the topic before I go back into the bushes, they are putting on menus in restaurants, right? That you can buy lab raised whatever, and they upcharge it, right? And it's being a premier thing. This is lab grown, right? And it has a tax with it. And this has been going on now for quite some time out here. So it's
Wow.
only like imaginable on the things that we see in other big grocery stores or anything else like that we're trying to do right now. So I think self-sustainability, self-reliance is a thing. There's a difference between being self-reliant and trying to be independent. Everyone should be self-reliant, but independence, I think that it neglects community, right?
Mhm.
So I would encourage, everyone to have self-reliance, but also know how to build, But yeah, that's all I have to say.
I agree. We definitely. I hope that most of us in here know the importance of community, because it is important. You can't do everything without anyone else. There's always going to be a situation where you need someone else. So that's why it's important to have the community that we have. Here, our community spreads far. It's not just one layer. It might have started off that way. Maybe gardeners were all part of a community. 2A was all part of a community. Preppers were all part of a community. But now we're meshing because we know the importance of the community. People are coming over from all different parts. We're
Oh
all in
yeah,
all different states, but we are starting to be, figuring out how we need to what we can provide and what we may need from other
yeah.
people.
And to add to that, Miss Gigi, 2A gardening, we have EDC communities, right? We have
Hmm.
communities outside of even this. I'm talking about for
Yes,
disabilities that we have connected to this. And
yes,
then apart from that, we have crafting, we have
yes.
how to build with your hands, we have welding. We have a
Hmm.
lot of people that still are visible and supporting as far as watch hours.
Hmm.
They're part of it right now. And this is what when I think about putting it all together. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go back into the bushes right quick.
That's a really good point, and I definitely agree with that, because I myself, that's why my channel name is what it is. It doesn't really say Gina the gardener, or Gina the, or whatever. It's Gina versus
Gina,
Gina,
Gina.
because
It don't
I
say Gina the one that send folk
big
chicharrones
packages of
and care
chips.
packages to Africa. It don't say that either, but you
It
do it.
don't.
You do it.
It don't. But I didn't change
Hey,
my name when I got into doing one thing, because I have layers. I'm a crafter, I'm a gardener, I'm a prepper. I like to do a lot of stuff. I
Yes.
just do.
Yes,
yeah, that's
ma'am.
definitely what I had to say. For that, just to hopefully that added something. But
It
the
did.
last part is with the community that we think that's virtual or IRL. Um, we can only imagine in our future generations, from our cousins, our nephews, our nephews, our cousins, things are really in the next few generations here. If they can actually, if they want to go corporate, if they want to sustain their own, create their own jobs and lifestyle, right up front,
Mhm.
or if they want to even take up um, hand tools and more of the trades, right?
Mhm.
They now have a community that has been passed down, and I think
Yeah.
that's the bigger vision of this all. But yeah, I'll go back into the bushes before I get demonetized.
Thank you for
I
that. Thank you for that.
I
Yes.
I, I just want to say this. Resilient Dad, I know you finna go, and Gina, you already know what you do selflessly.
Mm.
Uh, to support me and April and all the stuff that we try to do over here. I ain't gonna put you on blast on your own channel, but you and a
Thank you.
resilient dad, y'all be real quiet about it. Y'all don't want everybody knowing, but like this, some of the kids and some of the schools and stuff we doing, um, me and April, we comfortable and we happy, but we couldn't do so much of what we do without support from people like y'all, and then on top of that, y'all don't want nobody talking about it. You don't want nobody saying nothing. So I be quiet. I shut up when y'all go away.
Listen,
But
everything that's
but
done doesn't have to be spoke on. It just doesn't.
that, that's
It just
true.
needs to
That's
be
true.
done.
But man, it's so real and it means so much because I'm gonna say this, and I said I'm saying this, excuse me, because of what a resilient dad just said. Um, I'm if I got to be the first one to look crazy and corny for saying it, because yes, we still in that middle ground where we can say that the internet ain't this no more. The internet, this ain't the real world, and I understand people when I say that. But another part of my greater self in understanding sees something deeper. I care about y'all.
Hmm.
I actually in real life care about. I've never shook hands or met none of you. I ain't hugged you, laid my eyes on you with my flesh eyes, but man, like it's something deeper happening. We living in such a pivotal transitional period and moment that I personally, I don't get in grown folk business. I don't tell folk how to feel or what to say. I can't no longer say that this just the internet. That if I haven't
Hmm.
seen Gina versus Gina in a week and a half, that I'm not finna ask how she doing or have somebody
Hmm.
seen where she at or how she is. If I don't see a resilient dad or tack, I'm not finna say, oh well, I guess they just fell by the way. No, man, how
Hmm.
my people doing? Are they okay? Are they all right? So I
Yeah.
just had to put that out there while you still up, bro. Cause this it ain't what it used to be 15 or 20 years
Oh
ago.
no,
It's more than that now.
Hmm.
man. Hey, 1000%. Well said and well received. I totally agree.
Hmm.
It's something about the virtual community and real life, not real life, internet life, virtual life, which is becoming real life assimilated, right? Even back in the day, we understood technology will bring you closer to people and make you feel that you're closer to people in a shorter amount of time, right? We already understood that back in the day when technology was created. And now we're at a pivotal point or a transitional point that, like you mentioned, that is when virtual reality becomes real reality, right? And these
Hmm.
are things that you actually have physical assets to pass down, right?
Hmm.
So I totally agree. This isn't just for clout or whatever the young kids want to say, because you know I'm old as hell.
Ah, there he go. There he
But
go
yeah,
again.
no, at the same respect, though, you know, I believe that this is both at the same time, and it could be both. Like I said earlier, when I started, when I just got on the panel, is it a farce or is it a lie? Right, both can be
Hmm.
true at the same time, but they
Hmm.
both are what they are, right?
Hmm.
And yeah, all love and respect, guys. Let me get into these bushes.
Yes. Yes.
All right, bro.
I appreciate you. Yes. And that was well said, Jay. I definitely feel the same, because when I kind of took a little time off. I'm like, that's understandable. I'm okay with that, but I just wanted to make sure y'all were okay. So, you know, I'm able to put my fingers some people in the community because of relationships that I've made with different people in the community, and you guys are one of them. Like I can reach out and make sure you're good.
Yeah.
And it's several people like that I can do that with, that I literally have not put my hands on physically yet, but I care about those people. I care about how they're doing. If I don't see them in a few days, like I because I can communicate with them, I don't have to wait till you show up on the YouTube. I don't have to wait till you're on the YouTube machine and know you good.
Right.
I just reach out,
Right.
y'all good? And y'all be like, yeah, we good. We just take it. Okay, I'm just making sure you good. I don't need to, hey, whatever reason is yours. I just want to make sure
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah.
And I do that with, I have, like I said, several people in the community that I can do that with. And I appreciate that I've been able to build those type of relationships because there's some really good people on here.
And I'll say this, even with my kids, and I try to drill that into them. Having a relationship with someone is very important. It's very important because it tells you who you are
Mm-hmm.
as far as a person. You know,
Mm-hmm.
someone receive somebody and being able to deal with somebody when they're not themselves.
Yeah.
And that's a big key in being a community. I know now, you had your grandma and then you had the people on the block watching, if you did anything, you know what time it was. Well,
Mhm.
now you can't even touch these parents' kids without you getting threatened to get shot or whatnot. So the community base is pretty much gone out the window with these young people having children. They don't
Mhm.
understand the importance of having a friend. If they see your child out and they ain't doing what they got to do, you can snatch them up, put them in the car, and take them home. And
Mhm.
put your hands on them too. Give them that
Mhm.
business while they out there in that street. Then bring them on home and give them the business too.
Yeah.
So that that
Yeah.
that that sense of community has definitely been dropped. And
Mhm.
at the feet of the young people, but also the government coming in and telling you how to raise your household. That's
Mhm.
another big part.
Come
You
on, bro.
can't tell me how to raise my children unless you want them to be a statistic. Let's be real.
Mhm.
You want them in jail because jail is a profit for the United States of America.
Mhm.
So I
It is.
can't put my hands on my kids, but you can lock them up though, right?
Yep.
Don't make sense.
You
Yep.
you 1,000% right, bro. And that's why I haven't given up. And my time over here, living over here, reinstilled just a very basic old school way of life, because I'm not saying my grandparents or my parents trusted everybody. They knew them. I ain't saying they trusted, but like you said, community. Even let's just break it down to a 2 block radius, even if you in the inner city or something. If you got 3 or 4 families that you have a community with, a baseline with, that can look out for your kids, that might be the difference between them actually becoming a statistic or not. Like you just said, that may be them seeing them walking and picking them up and bringing them to your front door or not. Like, this is a real thing. But the other sad side of all of this that we don't talk about enough is like you said, bro, it's gone. Now, I don't know what to do with stuff once it's gone. I can remember how things were, and I can try to reincarnate it. I can try and I can try to reinstill those values in myself and in those who come behind me, because I knew what once was. But the reality is, baby, that's gone. We ain't got communities like that no more. We
Man,
really don't in the greater majority of society. And even though it may seem like it's just black folk, baby, it's everybody. I got friends from a whole bunch of different cultures, from a whole bunch of different backgrounds in the States, and don't nobody everybody just meet up at Big Mama house like they used to 30 years ago. You could go to this person's house, that person's house, that person's house, but by 2 o'clock, everybody finna be over to Big Mama and Pawpaw house And then we finna eat all over again. The kids gonna play outside all over again. Folk gonna listen to music and play spades all over again. That is gone.
Yeah.
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 True.
What do we do from here?
Yeah.
That's a legitimate question.
It is. You're right. It's gone.
And I try to instill that with the and I'll give you an example. And it's with the 2A community. We was doing something. I was on my wife's parents' house. And when our cousins that came over, and her son and her sister's son are teenagers. And I told him, she said, yeah, they're interested in the guns and whatnot. I said, okay, well, one day when I have the time, I'll come grab them both and we'll go to the range. And what I did was I called my son over and I handed my son my gun. I said, what do you do to a weapon when I hand you this weapon? He took the magazine out, he racked it, he racked it back again, checked it. And she was very surprised that Jamal, at the age of 12, I think he was 11 at the time, maybe 11, I don't want to say 11, that he knew how to check a firearm.
Yeah.
You have to teach these kids, because where they're getting it from is the internet. And the internet is ignorant of ignorant folks that's doing the wrong thing with a weapon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that's why I like the 2A community that I feel like I found, because it's not irresponsible ownership. And I've taken so much away from just listening to chats or lives and watching content from the community. And yeah, y'all stuck with me now, even in the 2A.
And we're prepping in gardening. And I thank God for Gina, because my dad maybe planted here and there when I grew up, and then my grandfather, he planted as well, because I can remember sitting under the tree with my grandmother picking peas, peeling the peas back to get the green peas out. I remember that stuff as a child. And when you get older, you get to, you all about trying to get that dollar. You're not worried about, the food until you maybe get older and you realize that, okay, the health and the food thing is strictly for the government to keep you, I want to say, at a certain level or at a certain spot, and depend on them as far as the health. And I thank God for Gina, because she didn't know me from a can of paint, and ended up sending me some seeds. So I got excited. I'm ready to plant like a big old kid.
That's who she is. That's who she is. That's what she do, bro. That's what she does.
And then she told me one day, it ain't time, Skilly, it ain't time to plant. So I got mad. I was like, Gina, why you send them to me then?
He did too. I was like, whoa, because he was like, I'm gonna go live and I want you to be there and I'm gonna plant the. I was like, it's too early. We can't plant yet. But I was like, I'm gonna let you know when we can, though. And that's okay, because we can now, and I'm gonna be there every step of the way with the questions and whatever's going on. We gonna make it through, and we gonna grow some stuff, and we gonna eat some of that stuff, and we gonna be like, we gonna grow again.
Yes, I'm gonna fall back down in the bushes, man. I just want to say, with my whole chest and whole heart, Tack, much love to you, bruh. Gina, I ain't gonna get too much into it. I ain't gonna go too deep, go too hard, but you do so much more that you don't talk about, not only for myself and April, which allows us to help other people over here, but you do it in such a selfless manner. Like you, before I get down from here, you are one of the reasons that I'm reminded day in and day out that it's still good people in this world. There are others, but you stand at the forefront. You don't want no shine. You don't want no clout. You give, you love, and you support selflessly. And I think, I don't know, y'all know how much I can talk. Hell, I rarely get at a loss for word, but just keep doing what you're doing, sister, because what you do encourages me to keep being the best me. And hopefully me being the best me can encourage somebody else to be the best them. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna say before I say too much. And I'm gonna go and step down, get in these bushes and chill out. But I love you. And
Thank you.
hold on,
Love
let me
you, Sam.
y'all hear these chicharrones right here? I'm gonna get back in these bushes and eat me some of these here
I know
chicharrones.
that's right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love you.
Appreciate
Yes,
you. Love
ma'am.
you more.
All right, y'all take care.
Thank you.
Well,
Yes, I'm gonna wrap this up.
well,
And I appreciate you too, a resilient dad, for coming up and chatting with us. This was good. This was a good conversation.
absolutely.
And it's a lot to think about. And guys, you can drop your channels by typing frugal in the chat. That way, you could kind of venture out and check out some of these other content creators that you may not already be following, because everybody just has something to bring. And even if they don't have what you're looking for, you've looked, you've checked them out. Like I said, there's a lot of communities stuck with me now because I checked out some content, and listen, they know I pulls up in these different um spaces on YouTube, because I'm not a monolith. I got lots of layers to me. I like a lot of stuff. I Sam, you so crazy. I like a lot of stuff. And I remember, speaking of Hey Young World, um when I first met Besha Journey and TT's Urban Pantry, they also have a channel that's Humble Stores, and they do crafting on there. And I remember pulling up over there on their channel for their live and checking it out. And they dropped the link, and it's like, anybody want to come up and crochet with us, they can. And I come up, and I got my project I'm working on. It was a shawl, and I'm crocheting when they pull me up, and Lydia's like, "You crochet too?" I'm like, "Girl, you don't." When I have an interest in something, I'm gonna figure out how to do it. I will build stuff. I will crochet. I will paint. I will do whatever if I'm interested in it. And that's just how I roll. That's why my channel is like about so many different things. I talk about so many different things on there. But that's why, because I have a lot of different interests.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, a resilient dad. Thank you. Thank you. But yes. And hey, Miss Shirley, I saw you come up in here. I'm gonna call you later. I need to check on you. Like I said, I do talk to some people outside of this this here screen. Hey, Miss Maria. We got you. Is that Sam putting in all those different? She did. Okay, never mind. She put in MSOG. She put in Hey Young World, which is other people's things that drops the channel link. But definitely try out somebody new. That's something I like that Broke Farmer does when he does his Sunday lives. He always leaves with, check out somebody's channel that you have never gone to before. You just go there, watch that, whatever you tap on to watch the entire video, like it, leave a comment. Excuse me. Even if you don't think it's the content for you and you don't come back, that's okay. But you might find that you actually enjoy what you see when you go over there. And I've found a lot of good content creators, and I appreciate all of them. All of them. And y'all know Skilly said he ain't going live this Sunday, but typically he'll go live on Sundays. What time is it? 1, 2 o'clock?
It is 1. Oh shoot. Yeah, 1 o'clock Eastern.
1 o'clock Eastern on Sundays. Y'all know tomorrow Urban will be live at 9ish. It's usually 8:50, but 9ish. Urban Gardening Chronicles. Be looking out to see if TT gonna go live. TT's Urban Pantry. If she decides to cancel something, she'll be live tomorrow night. You got the chat tomorrow night at 7, I think, with Stacy and Nikki. The LCD is Chick and Hands in the Dirt. And I believe Bougie is their guest this week. Bougie Prepper. But yeah, so check out all of them. That's all I could think of for the Vision. Vision Preparedness will be live tomorrow morning as well. And y'all know the bug out weekend is coming up.
Oh, yeah.
That Vision put together. That's June 2nd through the 4th, I believe. And then you also have the what is RGG's called?
The regular meetup in the
Regular meetup.
in the RGA.
And that's coming up, and that's the weekend of Father's Day. I don't know the dates right off the top of my head.
16th and 17th, I want to say that weekend.
It's the weekend of Father's Day. I think they starting on Thursday though.
Friday and Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And yeah, so check out all those things because I am pulling up for the bug out weekend. So I will meet Vision and whoever else is there. Because it's in my backyard, basically, y'all. I have no reason not to pull up. It's in my backyard. I'm literally maybe 15, 20 minutes from where it's at. So, yeah. When I found out where he was having it, I told him a couple months ago, I was like, I'm pulling up. Now, what I'm not going to do is sleep outdoors. But I live in the city, so I can just go home. But I won't pull up. So I'm definitely you want to come to TT? We'll talk. Because I'm definitely pulling up. So we'll talk. You know, TT's a neighbor. She's only right in Indiana, so that ain't that far either. Nope. So yeah, guys, it's a lot of stuff coming up. And you know, sometimes you want to go from just seeing people on screen to maybe seeing some people in person. There's a lot of meetups that happen in this community, in all the communities, gardening and otherwise. So, you know, check them out. Bug Out Weekend is basically they're going to be at one of the parks here in the city I'm in. And they're going to bug out. They're going to camp out the whole weekend. They're going to have activities. They're going to be teaching. It's going to be, you know, teaching different things, how to do a tourniquet properly, how to probably how to start a fire, just different stuff that you will need to know. The regular meetup is going to be, you know, there's actually a women's conference for that where the women will meet up and be learning some things. And then you can just go and do your thing. They're going to be at the range. They have an award ceremony. It's going to be, look, there's a lot of stuff happening. And that one's in Georgia. So Bug Out is in Ohio. I know, Zach. I told Vision. I already told Vision you're going to pull up. The Bug Out Weekend is in Ohio. It's in Dayton, Ohio. And the regular
Thomasville, Georgia.
meetup is in Thomasville, Georgia. So, yeah. And guess what? There was a meetup in Chicago, but it was for 2A that I know of. Didn't Kaba just have something?
Kaba just had a fashion show, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. I know he had something.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But as we hear about stuff, you know, the community talks about it. So different areas too, Sam. So
I know Jada Shooter got something going on too. I can't remember exactly what it is, but Jada Shooter got something coming up as well. So yeah, like you said, it's a bunch of stuff going on. It's crazy. But yeah, he got something.
And you know, I did hear. I'm not going to give any details on it because I don't know how in stone it is, but I did hear some talk about maybe something being in Chicago this later on this year, Sam. So if it does go through, I will let you know so that because I probably will pull up for that. I'm not that far from Chicago. So I probably will pull up for it because the person who's going to maybe be there, I want to definitely meet. So if it gets put in stone, it will get out there. But yes, so I hope everybody though has a good evening because I done had y'all captivated up in this mug for about 3 hours. I appreciate all of y'all though. I truly do. And Jay, go to bed and tell April to go to bed too because I know she probably up as well. I'm sick of y'all with y'all young selves. Um and again, I appreciate a resilient dad. Thank you for the super chats. I truly appreciate it. And thank you for coming up and chatting with everybody and sharing some knowledge and some food for thought. I truly appreciate it. And you as well, Jay. Thank you for coming up and sharing as well and always adding to the conversation. So I appreciate that. Y'all know I'll see y'all in these streets. I don't know where it next, but y'all know I'll see y'all. And like I said, check out some of the other stuff that's going on live. Urban always be going into some good conversation on her morning lives. I actually won't be at home when I'm listening, as usual, but I won't be at the stores, Urban. I'll actually be getting my hair done because I had to reschedule my appointment because I was sick last week. So Miss Shirley, I can't tell you to hush. I was about to say hush, Miss Shirley. I will not be asleep. I actually am about to call you because I want to talk to you and see what's going on. So yeah. Everybody have a good night. And I appreciate y'all. And like I said, I'll see y'all in these streets. Bye.
All right. All right, sis.